Welcome back to episode 26 of Western Wilds. This is going to be, I believe, our last of the year. So let's go up with a bang, shall we?
Dynamite.
All that phrase entails.
John McCoy, do we have any dynamite? Give it all to Misty.
What happened last time, Crazy Kids? I believe one of our numbers prepared us a recap.
Yes.
Go ham.
Sure. As undead rage across the fields of Volin, rip, tear, and gore, we ride out to meet them, screaming out no more. Thunderbird in the sky, its lightning crashing to the floor, but the broken man chain in hand made it no more. As rage and anguish fill our allies, their arrows do bore, the banker sword in hand cries out no more. We cry out to allies far away, hoping our voices soar, but only silence greets us, and no more. A strange force seems to guide this horde that we can't ignore. Its eyes flash blue and green, but then is no more. The mountain fell, crash and boom, with a mighty roar, but they come, despite our plans of no more. We fled to safety inside the walls of the fort from before, and yet the horde remains outside, waiting no more. A banker was promoted, new heights to explore, but a messenger lost his will, and he was no more. A demand is made to give up our allies in this war. The answer from bullet and a messenger is no more. Smoke, fire, ash, and death are all that we have in store, but we hold them back until the light is no more. And now we continue until the tale is no more.
Very good.
Why will that talk about gnomish minerals, though?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. It's like that tale of that person who went rowing with their boyfriend Vladislav, who proceeded to beat them with a small wooden implement used for paddling. Vladislav, baby, don't hurt me no more. And with that, we're going to move into the serious part of the evening. Yeah. We kicked off the Battle of Fort Morgan. You guys arrived from, you can still see the arrow of where you guys came in through that bluff. The undead were coming, sort of chasing, actually, as you later found out, on both sides of the city. Mm-hmm. Barshi went to try and find her mate, Nizu, who was actually from around this side. And between you, Barshi, the invisible Yuko on his little carpet, it's just like a little doormat, and he just whizzes. I like him.
Yeah.
It's tassely. You managed to get the refugees into the city. You managed a very creditable 17 minutes before failing the keep every refugee alive goal. But hey, like, that takes some stones to try. So. And so various points in the city are under attack from the sort of foot-thick gaps between the shield panels, where you're aware of all the magical physics that goes into the fact they can't overlap, so it always has to be this sort of slightly imperfect scutum formation. So they loosed some banshees out of some boxes bound in metal and silver, which you guys dealt with. Yep. Augustine basically blue balls to every ballista operator on the wall by just hopping between. Cheers. Misty went down, started trying to sort of raise the shields. The crawling paws got dropped in their lovely wet Hessian sacks from above, started scuttling away to turn off all the vital equipment. And Misty was sort of turning it back on, trying to keep the central pylon at least, which covers the biggest proportion of the city, active. You defeated some of the nastier, more specialist undead, the big rock bison with their battering ram heads, the bloated ones with this acidic bile ready to pop and exude bile and acid over everything they touched. And I think we left off just about as you looked backwards into the city, each of you sort of sharing a moment unbeknownst to yourselves, looking back into the city as you saw one by one the lights begin to wink out within the city. The watchtowers with their separate solar arrays are still lit around the city, but the inside has become this darkened crater.
Is there a correlation between the lighting of the city and the shield generator above it?
Roll a technology check, if you wouldn't mind unmuting as well.
I believe we found out about that.
You did, yeah. Misty does at least.
Misty knows at least.
Yeah, because that was the final...
19. So you recall your very first visit to Fort Morgan, and you recall some words said by Rory McLean, who is the sergeant, that it is the wind turbines that actually run the
Lights.
Run the lights. Yes, absolutely. And that is a separate thing from the shield generators. The shield generators are powered by the little lightning crystals, which you assisted in the charging of some of them in your visit to the subsite north of the city, where you had the 5-hour Q&A with the sub-servitor.
Yeah. As you
Standard, yeah.
I mean, although I've got to say, you're going to have to start narrowing this down.
So you're aware that somewhere it is those big, tall, those very sort of like the metal windmills that have just the little circle fans right at the top, very sort of Texan kind of thing. That kind of thing. You've seen them run through the city, and they are the ones that contribute to the lights in the city. Yeah.
So if I was to look at one of them, is it still spinning? Is it a...
Looks to still be spinning.
Okay.
At least this one near you. Yeah. I believe I will offer you the choice. Do you want to stick in the same initiative rounds, or do you want to roll a new initiative as we've got to a new day?
I'm happy to stick.
I'm happy to
I
stick.
can't remember how...
I don't remember what I'm
You're in the middle.
Then clearly, it can't have been that important.
I think you're in the middle. I think you're very bottom, and then I think me and Missy are quite high.
Misty, you're in the middle of the city.
Do you want to
next
grab
central
the
pylon.
initiative trackers?
I will, yes. So we've got...
Is it worth risking
Lillian is at the
everyone
front.
else getting a bad one?
Yeah.
Just for the chance of me to not get a 3 or whatever it was I got.
I'm going to put Barshi in there because she is the closest to initiative count 20.
Cool.
And it just reminds me of where she is. Actually, no, I do have more.
There are the red ones for mini things.
For mini things. But I've got loads more other dudes who are doing things. But what I will do is I'll just put them all on initiative count 20. Then it's Augustine. No, Misty's actually at the top.
Yeah, Missy's slightly faster.
Yeah, because you both got natural 20s, but one of you has.
That's a better text.
God,
Ooh.
I am not graceful or dexterous. Really, any day, but especially not today.
It's fine.
It's just there on
I would
7.
definitely redesign these in terms of how they're structured, just to make them more ease of use kind of thing.
Cool. Misty, you're in the middle of the city. Gonna get a perception check from your good self.
No.
How bad?
4.
I was gonna say if it's under 5, could I get a dex check as well?
Ooh. Yeah, that's fine. Jesus Christ. 6.
Do you want
Oh,
some
no,
new
highs or
dice?
lows?
So I've had 2 lows. I'm feeling lucky. I'm going to say high.
That's a damn shame. Cool.
What was it out of?
That was a 2.
Reevaluate. You do not feel lucky.
What's your AC?
17.
How many hit points do you have?
125.
Oh, you. Ooh. It will 11 hit.
No, it won't.
Okay. From the first thing, you don't feel the rumble. You don't feel the shake of the ground. The first thing that you feel is yourself being flung up in the air as a pair of jaws erupt from under you and snap shut on just an enormous piece of, it looks like under street metal piping, and in the jaws of this undead sandworm that comes up from beneath you, it closes on that instead of your body, and you fall off to the side.
Maybe you do feel lucky.
Out of curiosity, how much damage would it have done?
Yes.
All of it.
Oh, okay, that's spoilers for later. Because
It is.
It's got
Because it's
more-
going to happen.
It's got more than one bite.
You can see, a sandworm has erupted from underneath the street, where you saw them early on in the battle, and just lost sight of them. And it was because they were tunneling through the rock beneath you. This thing crashes up and coils like a snake, and out from the hole, you see heavily armoured and armed Coyotl march. These are not stumbling. They're not loping or
These are
shambling.
alive.
Nope.
They're just
Fresh.
intelligent undead.
Yeah. There's about a half dozen at each of those circles, which have been piped in by the sandworms. So we'll go straight through Misty. It's your turn.
Okay. It's not the worst thing the sandworms could have been doing, but it's up there. Okay, so the central pylon, which I'm currently at, is currently clear of hands that I can see.
It's clear of hands, yes.
There's other problems.
There are other larger problems.
Is a sandworm here as well?
Yes, it's
Okay.
It's come up basically underneath the pylon.
Wow. There we go.
It hasn't destroyed it, but it basically destroyed like a building that was next to it. It's come up directly through someone's front room.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to.
One of the.
Thank you.
So
I'm actually going to get some different coloured things out because that will help you differentiate them. But so if you put green for the 3 that Misty is not on,
okay.
so one there, and one there.
And then where is
That
the
orange one that you're on. Actually, no, sorry. We should swap that one. Yeah. So that orange one is basically the location of the windmill that has gone down in the network.
Okay.
The green ones are where the sandworms have arrived.
Lovely. Okay. Are there any, from my memory, are there any internal defences that are reliant on the wind turbines?
Defences, no. This is street lighting.
Okay. I mean, it's still problematic, but that's one thing at a time. While they're alive,
Yes.
were sandworms vulnerable to acid?
It's a great question. I'm going to say roll me a nature check.
Sure. 12.
Not that you know of.
Okay. That's fine. I, for some reason, have...
Like, they tend to be immensely, like, tough and armoured. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use... I've got 2 separate spells that do the same thing mechanically. I'm going to go Melf's Acid Arrow, because it's got more words in it.
So you're going for the...
Yeah, does it look like there are still more things to come out of this sandworm?
No, actually, it looks like this squad has been inserted to this position by this thing.
Sandworm's still going to do more damage, and I don't want it coming back with ferrying more troops, so I'm going to target the sandworm in that case.
Yep.
So that is 21 to hit.
That will certainly hit.
Okay, and how does that work? I'm ignoring that dice roll. I just wanted to see what it's... Is that... Oh, it's 4d4. Cool. 1, 4, 5... 8 damage. Acid damage.
Yep. Anything else with Melfs?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it does damage on the next turn.
Oh yeah, it takes 4d4 acid damage immediately and 2d4 acid damage at the end of its next turn.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you send these sort of spears of acid. You sort of plug a photon pack into the side of your regular gun, modifying the shot, and these sort of 3 spikes of acid jam in sort of under its throat. where it's got this sort of radial lamprey-like jaw, it doesn't seem to matter which side of the throat you go in, you're hitting the same shit wherever.
Lovely.
And it seems barely phased.
If I can at least...
Yeah.
And then... I could have had... I need to keep remembering that I can add +5 to any saves. Is it possible to bardically... I'm not a bard, ignore that. That's a different character.
Yeah.
That is... I think that's me at this stage.
Cool.
Oh my god, that's what. Yep.
Next is going to be Lillian.
Right, so I'm at the gun placement.
Yeah.
Have I seen the worms rise out the ground and do their
Roll me a
whole-
perception check.
Cool.
I'm going to say roll up with disadvantage.
Would Misty be able to send us comms?
If Misty does so, then yeah, you would know that at least where Misty is. You're quite close actually to the Spur, the pub run by the Frog.
You will probably just get a single word that says sandworms and multiple exclamation marks.
How is a 26 for you?
At
Any
disadvantage.
At
screenshots?
disadvantage, because I rolled a
Okay.
natural 20 and a natural 18.
Given that I failed the deck save, I'm going to say that's
Lillian is used to battle in the worst conditions.
It's fine, I suppose.
Okay.
You spot the. I think it's something to do with your genetic vision as a. You get sort of a little flash like the eagle vision kind of thing. Is
I have dark
you
vision.
sense it's almost what's your sense undead thing? Eyes of the
Eyes of
Grave.
the
It's
Grave.
almost an extension of that. Just
Okay.
as you sense evil appearing in 3 points in the city.
Cool. Can the cannons that this thing is on be
What was your total?
26.
There's more than 3 evil things in the city.
Where can I sense what the biggest evil thing
The
is?
Sandworms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's more than
Biggest
3.
by volume or the most evil thing?
Biggest
think I'd be
by
using
cubic meter volume is the
Yeah, yeah,
Sandworms.
Can the cannons be trained inwards to the city as well?
It would take whole rounds to
shift
do
it
that.
around.
Yeah.
Okay,
If you wanted to
so-
use your turn this turn to do that, you'd have to. Yeah.
I think I'd be better off. Are there also people fighting the sandworms? Like,
Oh, for sure. Yeah. There's people breaking away and people who have set up like redoubts and various like palisades in the city are. Yeah.
So-
The soldiers are not leaving any part of the city undefended.
right.
You just whenever you
It
go
looks
to a
similar
place.
to last session where
Exactly. It's the same deal.
Right.
Stuff will happen. They will still get a roll. You being there helps.
Right.
Yeah.
So I will look at these spodlies that are with me and say, "You're doing well, laddies. That's okay. You need to kill those ramps. That's your job. Keep fire in that
Yes, ma'am.
direction. Here's some bless. I cast bless on them,
Very good.
and then I'll move
Yeah.
to. But I need to go and deal with some bigger threats. And I go here.
I mean, thanks to the bless, it wasn't a misfire.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go to Misty? I know the tower's out. If the tower gets fixed, I'll go to where Misty is. If that's okay.
Yeah, so you running through the streets, Misty. You're sort of parrying. Like you can see these Kyoto have got these wicked, like blackened blades, but with runes glowing down the middle of them. They're clearly been lent some kind of magical assistance, and you're there, sort of using the butt of your gun to like parry and things.
Yeah.
When Lillian just arrives on wings of shadow or wings of gold, I should say.
Yep.
As of last session. Yeah, Lillian, it's your turn. What do you want to do this turn?
So that was my action. Was my bless.
I'll say if it's a first level bless, you can whack the first level bless on the soldier for free.
Bless concentration.
Bless is concentration.
I believe you had Spirit Guardians up.
Oh. Then yeah, I wouldn't cast bless.
It's going to take you longer than a minute to cross the city to the.
Oh, so I'll drop the spirit guardians anyways, and the bless may as well. I may as well cast the bless then.
Yeah.
And if it's a first level bless, then in that case, when I get there, I will cast. I will bonus action cast spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
And then cast Toll the Dead on the other one, as on like another target.
You already had a spiritual weapon up.
It
did?
lasts a minute.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And that wasn't even
That was
when we
during-
got
I was
to
outside the city,
That was
yeah.
outside the city that happened.
Cool. Okay. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a sort of group combat check and roll 1. There's 2 of you here, so you're each going to go on a +2. You cast a second level spell, so I'll do another +2. Basically, you want to get a 15 total. 15 will be 1 success to this place. If you get a 20 total on the die I'm about to roll, that'll be 2 successes. 10, 5, 0, etc.
Cool. Is it an ability check?
Yeah.
Can I use Flash of Inspiration to add +5 to it?
Go on.
Thank you.
Okay, so that would be 5. Okay, so at this spot, describe to me how you two are marshalling the soldiers, how you are contributing to the fight yourself. Could I get a religion check from you? And you can replace it with wisdom as per our undead knowledge.
To figure out where it went. Okay. Skills. Religion check. 16.
16. These are wights. And you know they are dangerous. They can paralyze with a touch. They are nasty to fight. There's not a huge amount of them. It looks like the Necromancer went for quantity over quality, but these are the shock troops, as it were. And they have been injected directly into the center of the city.
So Lillian knows what they are and is used to being a general. So she just goes, deities back up. If anyone gets paralyzed, you pull them back. You switch around phalanx maneuvers, put the shields up.
I love that. Misty?
Like,
What I would say here is for the duration of this sort of battle, you can use the aesthetics for storytelling of any first level spell you can cast. So bless on the things that goes for Will as well.
Well, I was
Okay.
I was pondering. It would be utilising the terrain to our advantage because they've ripped up a whole bunch of metal and electric piping, things like that.
Just shoot the water main.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are sort of marshalling people into rows like first rank fire, second rank fire.
Pull him back.
Yeah. Absolutely. You wait for a moment. You're like. Sort of sliding up, and Melina's like, Misty, shoot them! No, wait for it. Now, bang! And you see the sandworm just bites down on electrical cable as you shoot the water main to send water gushing into it, and you just see the whole thing writhe and spasm. So it's 2 successes for this. You haven't cleared this area yet, but you have got most of the way to doing it.
Cool.
Cool. Augustine.
So we've got the 3 sandworms, we've got the windmill.
That's the windmill to turn the lights
and
back on.
we've got the 2 ramps that are slowly being...
In addition to possibly other stuff, the lights being off is an advantage for the undead. They will be able to... It will basically be a -1 to checks from the soldiers while they're in the city. But, there may be more stuff than that, maybe not, but also there are monsters, so that's entirely your choice.
My gut is to either go for the windmill or the ramps. I think I know. Augustine knows how much an advantage the darkness is to people like him, so he'd go to try and restore that power. So I'm going to go there and just...
People like him. It's like, you know what? This is a great day for me, so that means I need to stop this happening. Perfect. Okay. So you get there, and you can see that actually this pylon has been... basically ripped down from underneath. No sandworm has surfaced here, but it certainly dragged the mechanism down. There are loose cables that are sort of going around like electric snakes and things. What it's going to be is a dex save and a technology check if you want to try and turn these back on.
Can you get the intern to give you advantage?
Oh yeah.
The intern holds the other cable.
The intern just strides up and takes hold of the end of the electric cable, and you can see the blackened singeing of the arm.
Oh no! I regret suggesting this.
Cheers, bud! That is a 27.
On the...
Either. They're both the same.
Sorry, you need to do both of those. So so you could get advantage.
Whichever I need to do first.
The dex save.
That's 20. It's 27 either way.
Perfect. And then the technology,
That is a 19.
19 total. Perfect. Okay. Power only had 1 success to do. which means this attack against you is going to have disadvantage. As you... imagine all those are coming on. It was a pain in the ass to turn them all off because I couldn't figure out how to do more than once. This brilliant red light suddenly blazes out and all across the city. Thank you. Oh, yeah. It comes back on and suddenly your shadow is sort of backlit against this sort of ruined building that has a crushed pylon in it. And then you realise that's not your shadow because the light is coming from there. It's quite a different shadow. What's your... Oh, it doesn't matter what your AC is. And not for the reasons that you don't like. You see a shadow just reaching out for you in the darkness. The light comes on at exactly the right moment for you to go, this is not a cool moment in my time stream. I'm just going to be 4 seconds that way. And boom, to the side, as it closes in midair. You can see that actually quite a lot of the city is been infiltrated by these dark shadows in the last few minutes. You can see a couple of people who you thought were maybe like wounded, like clutching their sides, are actually sort of enwrapped in these strength leeching shadows. Turning the lights back on has will remove the penalty for not being able to see in the dark, but will also enable the shadows to be combated by the Morganites, because the shadows themselves are not that dangerous unless they are invisible, which they are in shadow.
Right.
Lovely. That is a full success.
Can I remove that surfer from the board?
Yes, you can. Yes, there was only one thing on there. And, yeah, perfect. Hi. Hello, user.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I did not. I am going to ignore it. I am going to deny access requests.
Cool. Okay, what would you like to do on your turn?
Do you want to hear my reasoning?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, this has to be coming from short range because communications are down.
Yeah.
And also calling me user rather than William.
Yeah.
Big red flag.
Yeah.
So if it is Leviathan, then it means that she's been changed, or
Yeah.
I don't trust that.
Yeah.
If it's not Leviathan, then it's someone spoofing her. Again, don't trust it.
Yeah. Man, I wish all my users at work were as security conscious as you. Not saying that there's anything suspicious here, because there may or may not be. That is still a silly question. But, like, the number of fucking links people will just click on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, hi Leviathan. Beep. Yeah, no, this feels like a phishing attack.
Cool. What would you like to do on your turn? I'm going to roll for the... are you lending your assistance to the cannoneers here trying to break down the ramp?
I will tell them to
Concentrate
get the
fire
ramp down.
Okay, cool.
And then I think I'm gonna go for those sandworms. Oh no! Before I do, where are the hero units?
You don't know. You can't particularly see them.
Like, was it General McCoy or McLean?
McCoy and McLean are both still on the... sorry, McLean is in the city working on the clearing hands and getting the shield panels back up. And you can see, actually, as fast as ones are blinking out, others are coming back online, so you sense that he's kind of got that covered as long as he rolls well enough, as long as he is fast enough. McCoy is going... like hand to hand on the battlements at this point, as some of the taller and stronger ones are getting over, appears to be holding her own. Those are the only ones you can see from... Oh no, you can see Ilya is down on the wall there. She is... that's the white-furred, gold-robed coracle. You can see that she appears to have cast some kind of mass frost spell, which has coated the weapons of the Morganites. And any of the Coatl who were sort of stand up enough to fight, which is not a great many of them, but yeah, so that's basically what she's doing right now. In terms of Nizu and Bashi, you're not sure.
Okay. I am going to head down to the walls, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm going to assist there with a view to trying to get the ramp down, but also stopping them getting overwhelmed.
Perfect. Okay.
/ also...
are you going to the right-hand wall where Ilya isn't? Or the left-hand wall where Ilya is?
Where is McCoy?
Above the gatehouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would probably go to the gatehouse.
Okay, cool.
There's no hero unit on the other wall, though. I will go to the other wall.
Yeah.
I'll go to the other wall.
Yeah, I think McCoy will sort of acknowledge you at least as you go past. And sort of like, yeah, what's the Eastern Bluff looking like? Bang, ching, ching, bang.
Eastern Bluff being the big...
Yeah, the one you just came from.
Yeah, okay. Banshee's down.
Excellent. Yeah.
Told them to concentrate fire on the ramps.
Good job.
And I'm going to hop up onto the wall,
Yeah.
see a bunch of big ugly mooks,
Yeah.
and I'm going to turn on my bayonet.
Excellent. You turn on your laser bayonet. Cool. Roll me an attack roll. Once again, the Horde is just going to have a hardness here, so you do need to roll above to damage. But actually,
you mentioned first level spell slots could be used to be funky.
used for flavour. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
As I'm a warlock,
So any first level spells you know, basically. Yeah.
well, because I'm a warlock,
Yeah.
would using them mean that I use my pact slot? Okay, in that case, using Expeditious Retreat, which I believe is the only one that's a first level spell that I still have.
Yep. Cool.
I use that to get down there fast,
Cool. So you're sort of
and
like
then I'm zipping around.
little
just-
rocket boosters are appearing out the back of your calf muscles and lower legs, and just sort of like There's a particular.
I would
bit of
actually
anatomy that I'm
say
trying to remember.
that steam is billowing out from my back,
Yeah, very good.
and my my flesh looks very flushed
Yeah.
as my cardiac system is going into overdrive,
Cool.
and that's how I'm moving faster. I make my
Excellent.
blood go faster around my body.
All your other hearts are coming online.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I'm just using my laser bayonet to mow them down.
Roll me a simple attack roll.
Oh yes. Did you say this was a glaive type thing as well?
Yeah, go for it. Go for a glaive. Why not?
So that is a grand total of 26 to hit.
Oh, that's gonna hit.
Okay, so that's 8. You say radiant?
Yeah.
8 radiant plus. Okay, so a minute will have passed, so that's dropped. So plus 5 lightning.
Yeah. Plus anything for strength.
Oh yeah,
That was included in the total.
13.
Cool. Okay, so you.
Do I need the second attack?
Yes, you will.
Oh, that's not as good. It's a 13.
Still a hit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 11 laser damage
Yeah.
and 3 lightning.
Cool. Okay. So you are getting stuck into almost bloody shovel to shovel trench combat almost. This is mean and dirty and nasty. It is just the amount of bodies you can puncture and rip in the shortest amount of time. It's not. There's nothing glamorous. There's nothing finesse or dexterous about this. It is a simple fact of undead flesh against mechanical.
I am also shedding sunlight.
Yes, you are.
I think the shield is not in a position where I'm able to actually use it as a shield right now.
Yeah.
But it's like either strapped to my arm or strapped to my back or something.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And I said sparkle time.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much.
so yeah, I am shedding sunlight.
Absolutely. Could I get you to roll me a performance check?
That seems unusual.
19. It's almost a nat 20.
I'll give you a success. I'm counting how inspiring you are, random spottly man.
Yes, random smuggly man with a laser bayonet.
Laser bayonet
And
on his
sunlight.
pulse rifle.
And sunlight
Yeah.
streaming from him.
Yeah, it's like, man, Greg's different. Get on him. You know, it's since this is the whole Cynthia thing. He's just been like down, but like, go Greg. Cool. That is top of the turn. consult my little directory. It is not it's not going to become a ring for you yet, but it will. You are starting, like, the corpse you saw that was the man being drained by the shadow. You see its hands begin to twitch,
Of course.
and one of the defenders gets to his feet and begins. He's coming for you, and that's not a problem. That is a stop thrust through the middle of the face, and he drops. But they are starting to get back up again. So next round, you think there will be a ring for undead defenders, which is what I've named it here. I only realised, like, a week after that what I'm doing is essentially running like a Guild Wars 2 World event, where you have to do the mini events. Yeah. But actually, it's worked out quite well as a format, so I'm not mad.
To unlock the boss, yeah.
So, Misty. You are,
Can I ask a question? At what point do we update the other rings? Like, what's happened with the ramps here?
So I am keeping track of their numbers of successes and failures. Actually, yes, the one you are on, you can remove that one because you have got to the number of successes before you got to the number of failures. Each of these has a, like, what do you call it?
Threshold.
A threshold. So if it gets, say you've got one, it gets to 37 successes, that ring disappears. If it gets to 24 failures, I'm using really big numbers to be silly, but if it gets 24 failures, something bad happens, and so far you've got almost all of them. So keep it like that. Keep spending your resources. Misty, it's your turn.
So I thought of something really cool that I should have done the first time that I encountered the sandworm, and I'm going to save it for the next sandworm because we've made quite a good effort here, right? The sandworm and the army's looking relatively depleted, if I understood that.
So between all of the marshalled ranks of rifles and bayonet jabs, and there's just a priest with a fuck off big silver candlestick who's just braining them, which seems to be helping the effort, as well as your acid arrows. These look like the sandworm was badly injured by the electricity. Again, I'm not tracking the hit points on an undead bullet and 6 whites because fuck doing that. But in terms of the successes, you are approximately 2/3 of the way there.
Okay. Should we finish this one off and then move on?
Misty dear, you're the only one who could fix the damn thing.
Good point.
I'm going to take my flanks, and they all immediately, because they're terrified. And we're going to go deal with the next sandworm, and I'm going to grow this thing, and we're going to wander our asses through the city.
So actually,
you're rounding up a posse.
Yeah.
So actually, if I can kill this thing quickly, you can then move on to better things. Okay. The sandworm.
Yeah.
Is its jaws currently open?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're opening and closing, but you time it right, they'll be open.
You've got some good timing.
I would like to use the thing in my inventory that I was like, well, it's going to be good, but I don't know what to use it on. The Dynamite Plus.
If you are expending such a valuable resource as a stick of dynamite with ball bearings glitter glued to it,
yes,
I will let you auto-succeed on the check if you can describe to me what it looks like as it happens. As you send a wind-dried, withered, air-mummified sandworm, you send a stick of lit dynamite glittering through the night down its gullet. Describe.
So, I like to imagine, for flavour, that I've managed to modify my pistol so that
the slung grenade launcher.
It slides in, and so as it fires it lights the fuse as it then projectiles it down the throat, and then after seconds,
there's a few seconds of it. Oh no, it didn't work.
Yeah,
and there was a muffled retort, and half of your flank is coated in bits of dry
Yeah, so
sand.
Lillian sees you starting to pull me and goes, flanks! And we all like turtle up.
There,
And one
there is
asshole-
one Ulsterian officer who puts up an umbrella. So, Madam,
Thank you, dearie, you love that. But get the fuck down. Misty
Gentlemen-
doesn't fuck around.
the gentleman is never in combat without his umbrella.
I'm imagining the old
Shotgun umbrella.
Cold
Yeah.
War era videos like duck and cover.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so that it's two parts. You've got the muffled bang, but then also it's because it's shredded, because it's a claymore effectively,
Yeah.
and it's just rather than big chunks, it's more of a fine mist that has been sent out.
Oh, it was that one.
And yeah,
I love the fact that one of my allies would just say, but that's our ally. That doesn't fucking matter.
and it's perfect timing that you've got the power back on, because the lights in the city can just capture the twinkle as there is actual glitter
In the air.
Yeah.
Vaporized into the
that
air.
has merged with the blood, and it would be beautiful if it wasn't horrifying.
That's so much of Misty's life.
Yeah. While everyone is ducked and covered, there's a little child. Well, not little, but there was a girl just stood there, kind of beaming as.
As a mushroom cloud of glitter.
Yeah. Goes. Yeah.
That was Misty's turn. Lillian.
So
Is
Lillian
that
goes.
now?
That one is gone. Yes.
So Lillian will look at Misty and goes, I'm glad you're proud, dearie. Not the time to be proud. Time to get moving. Boys.
She'll give you a polite salute. Like,
And we go wandering off to the next sandworm.
Cool. Here, you see Nizu. He is dismounted from his Caprasuchus. The Caprasuchus is currently just biting into, and just through the strength of its jaws, bites it in, and the legs and head of a white fall apart. There is one success here already, so if you roll quite well on this one,
Okay.
you
So
You might get lucky.
I think I will
he's
bless.
just laying about with his hammer.
So I think I'll use again bless on Nizu and his mount.
Yep.
And the front. I think it's 3 people. So yeah, the one at the front of the flanks, basically, and then I'll gather up more people to join us. as
You
it
just
were.
hear, that's okay. That's an interesting one, because that's not how I thought you can deal with this, but I do really like it. Roll me persuasion, intimidation, or something you can bid for.
I think she's doing persuasion, because that's the way she rolls these
Yeah,
days.
that's fine. So cool.
19 on the die.
Yeah.
Plus 9. So that's 28. I do. Can I use guidance on myself as well?
You can.
That's 2 on that.
So 31.
31.
Cool. So.
I'll just move
Yeah.
this ring away.
So you are walking through, and Misty, I think you're probably traveling with, because you still have your kind of movement action, so you're and you'll be able to move anywhere else in the city. So from Misty's perspective, what you see is a real different light, and there is a sort of familiarity and like old machinery cranking into gear, but realizing there's still grease on the cogs. You see Lillian slip into like general mode and is like dispatching squads off to different places, like nominating sergeant. Okay, your sergeant said, okay, you're the leader now. You go and take that objective. It is full like tactical discipline and doctrine being rolled out as a cloud of Fort Morganites descend on this sandworm and just like the word that comes to your mind is Dorylus. 1,000 ants can take down a wildebeest. Yeah. Wonderful. Okie squokey. Yeah, that's all she wrote, folks. What's happening on initiative count?
several things, I imagine.
Yes, one thing does happen. I've stopped asking you to roll perspective. I've just given up. You've defeated me.
That's fair.
You see.
Weirdly, my
What's your
persuasion is
passive?
higher. Plus 18 would be.
Yeah,
my passive.
if that's plenty.
Yeah.
If you can roll in the time it takes me to put a ring out for fun, you're allowed to.
I rolled a nat 20.
Fuck you and the beetle you rode it on.
I rolled a nat 2.
Yeah,
17 instead of 18, but still.
that's fine. You see a pillar of green smoke start to emit from somewhere in the city, and you see that the the soldiers you're with clock it as well. You're aware that is coming from McLean's last position, the last tower you dispatched him to.
Uh-oh.
I think so. Lillian will immediately go green signifier. What does it mean to you now?
Immediate reinforcements or fire on my
Good.
position.
Why? Wait.
Because if you don't get reinforcements, it's better to fire.
Right. Fair.
But green, though.
Augustine.
Fine, I've got notes,
I
really.
think we're going to go to the other battlement.
Yeah.
Lily does too.
So you seem to have got the central city.
Hey, there's a limited number of smoke colours you can make with raw chemical elements,
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Red.
Yeah. Red's for different.
Oh, no.
Red's for things you want to fire at.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Green is, I'll fire at it, but I'm not happy about it.
Right.
Augustine, I'm sorry.
Are there these ramps being formed?
Yeah, this one has actually built up a fair bit at this point. The roll
What's the other hero been doing?
has been enchanting and throwing out cones of cold, but there is more mass of... she's not a frontline fighter, for one thing. She's a seer and a prophet more than anything else. This one has been building up. The rolls here from the soldiers haven't been going as well. I will tell you that you need 2 successes to clear this wall, and they only need 1 more failure to breach it.
Okay. Are there
So you're looking for a 20 on whatever skill check you make.
Are there any like bloated corpses towards the bottom of the ramps that I can just target in just the right way that will just collapse the whole thing?
I'm listening. Roll me your choice of perception or investigation.
And my buddy intern with the business card and the rifle.
Yes.
Get a bit of advantage.
I'm listening.
As a perception, you say? 17.
17. You think you can see a couple of the bloated ones that are basically trapped within the ramp. They haven't been killed.
Oh.
They are just trying to claw their way out from within. What I'll say is 17 is not good enough to make a success that would clear this wall. So you will still have to make an attack roll, and the attack will be at disadvantage. However, these creatures have 1 hit point. If you do any damage to this thing, it will blow up.
Okay. So it's a disadvantage, you say? Or...
Disadvantage. Because you are basically trying to beam it through the head and down through the body at, like, this angle.
even with the intern...
Even
with
I
the
love
intern
making
sniper
zombie
rifle?
noises. The intern has already given you the help action
That's
this
true,
turn.
that's true.
That's how he is providing the advantage,
Okay.
is using the help action. If you want to send him to go and stab it, you can.
No.
That's a good way to get him killed.
It may be a kind of fate.
Maybe if he comes out of this, maybe not. Pray he doesn't remember any of it.
Well, that's shit, isn't it? I rolled a 19 and an 8.
What's the 8 total? Is that 8
That
total?
would be a total of 16.
Oh, that is enough. Describe to me what happens.
I think it's like that moment from Jaws, and he just lines everything. You like maybe
It's the canister in the
a
mouth.
smile, you son of a.
Smile, you son of a bitch. Yes. Okay, I want you to roll your damage. You can add your sneak attack, and you can add 4d10, because that is the amount of damage that the bloated one does to things around it.
How close is it to the next one?
I will take that into consideration with how... Okay, what I can tell you now is basically that 20 threshold still stands. If you can hit 25 on your damage here, all told, between your attack, your sneak attack, your dexterity, and the acid damage, which I think is achievable, you can clear the ramp this turn.
How many D10 is it?
4.
4.
See, that's a nice sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh, 38.
Smile!
Plus 5.
43. Smile, you son of a bitch! Etc. And yeah, the what you're using to fire, is it your
The crossbow.
crossbow? Yeah. You sight up and just you send the bolt down its moaning gullet and into its interior, and you see this sort of splat wetly inside, and the whole ramp begins to dissolve from the interior as the bodies of its compatriots begin to shield the wall and the defenders, and this thing sort of bubbles down into like a slurry which runs backwards over the back, pulls against the wall a little bit, but it didn't have the explosive effect. And I will call that most certainly that wall cleared. You can remove that objective marker. That effectively, if they had rolled one more 3, as they have rolled every time I have rolled for that wall this evening, they would have breached the western wall and they would be in the city. So, okay, Barshi's doing her thing. She's doing her thing. Will.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Green smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what the green smoke means?
Roll me a history check.
Would anyone be pointing out the green smoke?
I don't think they would have noticed it. So roll me the history check, and we'll sort of treat that as the.
Oh no. 14 total.
I would say that's enough. Yeah, you can see that someone looks at it and doesn't have time to. You clock it. You see another soldier on the wall clock it. He doesn't have time to go and fix it because he is currently like holding off a screaming zombie with a spear. But once he finishes it, you sort of like stab it in the back and he stabs it in the front, and you sort of throw the bits of it back over the wall, and he will relay that information to you.
Okay. So with Expeditious Retreat,
Yeah.
I am going to get there.
Excellent. I love it. Yeah. You wonderful. Yeah, you are sort of just basically do you know the Fallout 4 perk Pain Train?
No.
Okay. I know this is a niche reference. If you get your strength to maximum in Fallout 4, you can unlock a perk called Pain Train, which is if you are wearing power armor, you deal damage to enemies when you run into them, and if you deal enough damage, you burst them. That is what is happening with a lot of zombies right now. You're just boom, boom, and just boom, scattering
Well, I
them.
mean, maybe it's Laura.
Yeah, and just the laser bayonet is just blasting them sort of sideways and clearing a path for you. Excellent, yes. So you get here, you can see McLean is surrounded by 4 whites. He is clearly taken... he is like paralysed and looks to have been aged by shadows as well. And his strength has been drained. What I'll tell you here, this is one which... your turn the shadows on had a 1 success win condition for you guys. Mm-hmm. This has a 1 failure win condition for the enemy.
Okay.
Ooh. So there you know.
So now that I'm there,
Yeah, what would you like to do?
so I spin the rifle around in a power axe mode.
Yeah,
Just a full
yeah,
get out the shield.
yeah.
And Mike, I'm going to go out on a limb here and pitch you what I think the next command word is.
Okay.
I think the command word is glitter bomb.
No, I mean, surely, if anything was Project Glitter Bomb, because the bomb made of glitter.
Okay.
No, I get you. I wouldn't hate it. Yeah, excellent.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. What about Stardust?
So, because the first one was Sparkle Time, right?
Sparkle Time, yeah. Just go for a JoJo reference. Stardust Crusader.
Giga Sparkle Time.
Basically, what this thing does is it emits a cone of sunlight from the shield,
Okay.
which does 4d8 radiant damage.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
So, you have to shout out, "I am a princess."
Oh,
Yep.
come on!
Yep.
That checks.
I want it on recording, please. Thank you very much. It will make my
Okay.
day.
In that case, I will also have used Disguise Self to change myself into a female soldier.
Yes! I will give you advantage on your next persuasion check.
Should I also do the princess dress?
Oh God, yes.
Oh,
Why
like,
wouldn't you?
Frilly princess dress,
Yeah, absolutely.
spinning the rifle around into a power axe, getting out the shield, and just going, I am a pretty princess!
A nameless Fort Morgan soldier will die tonight, and he will take to his grave the secret of Will doing a full Sailor Moon transformation in the middle of the road before blasting a precursor laser through some whites. So they are going to roll.
Constitution.
Yep. Ooh, that is an 8 on the die. What is the DC from the ZPOM?
It
DPM
doesn't actually say. Could say that it could say it uses my save DC.
I don't think it's going to use your safety. I think it will have one for a. Oh god, I just.
Canonically, Sailor Moon, one of the most powerful anime characters.
Oh yeah, no, fully. I'm going to say it's probably like a DC 15.
Okay.
But either way, they are handsomely. They do not have a +7. I'll tell you that much. Okay. Roll your
4d8 radiant
48 damage. Yeah.
Oh, this doesn't count as a weapon attack, so I can't apply lightning damage to this as well. Ooh, 11, 17, 18 radiant damage
18 radiant damage. Okay.
in a cone.
Yep.
It's a sustained cone of sunlight. How long does it last?
I take your point. What a sustained cone of sunlight mean is you're not just doing like a flash. It is a breath weapon, so it will. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Is
okay.
a rather than a boop. Yeah. That was possibly poor. Poor word choice on my part.
No worries, no worries. I just thought I'd double check that I
Hey,
didn't
now.
just
Get
yet.
stuck on, and you're like, what do I do now?
You just turn to your right, demolish a primary school.
McCoy says, thanks. No problem. Oh,
I am not a princess. I am not a princess.
All that is left is a smoking pair of shoes.
Control Z.
Cool. Now, that was not enough to do all the successes you needed. So, I'm going to make a roll here for the undead. This is a very important roll for you guys. You want them to roll low, they will be rolling at disadvantage because of Will's intervention. It's a 16. And a natural 1!
Does that count as a success for us if it's a natural one?
I'll go on then. Yeah. That will still not take you to the number of requisite successes, but you guys will be acting before the undead do again. Cool. Misty. No. That was not an invitation for you to take your turn.
Okay, you got me.
Well played, sir. You dashed my hopes most expertly.
You get a message. Immortal Site 7, Leviathan.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings, auxiliary user.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
On which data pad?
Your regular data pad.
Not the private channel one.
Fucking sus. Okay.
Not even.
Another message comes in. Could I offer any assistance?
to vocalize my inner monologue is, am I able to create a Leviathan grade capture test while simultaneously running to a green
Now,
signal flare?
I understand. I understand the foolishness of asking this question because I know it's possible. If you can make me a DC 30 technology check right fucking now, I will allow you to... I will answer that question for you.
Fine, I will take that odd. We are looking for a 19 or a 20 on the dice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not enough.
What was it?
13, so that's 24.
24. So even with Flash of Genius,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Flash.
we get you to a 29.
Take it to a 29.
Don't forget, you're also following Lily, who has been throwing out blesses.
Blesses and guidances at all random angles. At all times. If she
I
sees
will rules lawyer this if
On
I
a
can.
future round,
you...
I will let that apply, but you would need to either guidance or bless.
Yeah.
What I say is, if you can guidance Misty for free this turn,
Okay.
which means next turn you can roll that again with a plus D4.
Okay.
Sound fair?
So you just ignore the message for now.
You are doing the work, but you don't complete the work.
Yeah, I do not respond, but I do not ignore it either.
Right.
You leave her on red.
Misty is typing.
Yeah.
Dot dot dot. just sitting where. Oh, 3 dots. Oh, it's gone. Oh no, 3 dots. Oh.
Wow, do you know it's possible given AI anxiety?
Very possible.
Does my data pad
I
have
know.
signal?
Oh.
No. It doesn't. At least not to anything that you recognise.
Cool.
Would it need to be Leviathan grade then? And could it be something slightly... Because if you know this isn't Leviathan, it's some fucking mook.
Well, yeah. I am not ignoring this. However,
yeah.
there is a undead sandworm and a green signal flare, which
What-
either means save me or bomb me. Like,
It's like, if you don't get here in time to save me, you really want to fire artillery at this position because there's something here that killed me.
Yeah.
yes.
Well, what I'm saying is like, you got a 29. Is that good enough to block almost everything except Leviathan?
Or an equivalent AI.
Oh, okay.
Because there are two. So worth noting for the recording, because this is a thought that I've had after the session, after the previous one. I'm working on a theory that there might be a second puppet master type thing, like the necromancer are themselves being controlled by something else, either by another necromancer or by something that maybe be of a vampiric persuasion. So actually they're all under they're all
thralls.
Thralls, thank you, that's the word. Which, yeah. So, and this message, if there's no signal, then either something very powerful has broken through, and actually, yeah, we would like its help, or we're being mocked by the puppeteer, but they are close enough that we can then track their signal.
I will tell you, those are both theories that could be correct given your current information.
Yes. I think I need to finish working on my thing. So
Get the checksum ready.
yeah, so yeah, it will take me 6 to 12 seconds to respond, as opposed to 0 to 6.
We're in somewhat abstract.
Yes.
Yeah, it might take a couple of minutes, but yeah.
Yeah,
Rather than saying back a quick, hey girl, what up?
but the fact that they said, "Can I be of assistance?" They know that something is occurring. So either they have access to satellites that can then look on us,
Yeah.
or
There is lots of cloud cover, but yeah.
There's something.
I mean, by the time you've got technology to put satellites into like a geosync orbit, you can probably see through cloud cover.
I mean, hey, like, if that isn't a sentence we love to hear in a fantasy setting, what isn't?
Yeah.
Heat signatures disappearing, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they go, there used to be, I don't know, 1,000 people. There's now 10,000 people. Something is going on.
Of course, 9,000 of them don't have heat signatures.
Yeah. And I'm seeing like the heat signatures disappearing very rapidly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You watch Love and Monsters?
Yes.
They do a really nice bit with heat signatures in that. Yeah. Sorry, continue.
So
Now it is your turn.
Okay. Thank you very much. I am working on a capture thing that will. Okay, yeah. So obviously it's going to take me a couple of rounds to work on it. The objective will be to work out if it is Leviathan. However, it will basically ask a question that while only Leviathan would know, it's possible that anyone else could guess, but they guess incorrectly. But the system will make them think they have guessed correctly.
That's a lot. Okay, all right.
I appreciate I will probably need to roll incredibly well on the
You
second.
might need to roll better than 30 for that. However, we'll see what you roll
We will see
and say that won't take your action this turn to do it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I want to assist at the green smoke.
Yeah.
Also, will you be trying to trace the origin of the signal?
Not at first.
Okay.
I need to know, it's either Leviathan, another servitor, or the orchestra of this shit. And as time is a premium resource, if it's the orchestra, then hell's yeah, I'm tracing it. If it's the other two, yeah, I'd love to know where it's coming from. I've got bigger priorities. So, here, I would like to do two things.
Yep. Am I right? I think you got 2 rings there now.
yes, that
Great.
one and that one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So firstly,
That's a sandworm ring.
It is.
it is, yeah.
And Barshi's been going to work.
Like
Continue.
Barshy.
I want to shoot at the remaining. Was it white walkers or whatever?
Whites are the
sorry.
yeah.
Whites, and as a bonus action, I would like to cast Healing Word on McCoy.
I'm going to say make me an Arcana check. If you can get me a 20,
Okay.
I will add a box to the failure track.
Ooh, okay. Will 28 be sufficient?
Actually, no. Specifically, that number doesn't.
But 28 adds 2 boxes?
Ooh.
Every comment like that adds a new number to the
It's your own time you're wasting. No.
This is not a waste of time.
No.
We're having a great time.
A waste of time is a belt made of clocks.
Ooh. That's a magic item for...
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it definitely is. Clock's very high in the steampunk aesthetic.
Oh!
And then do you want an attack roll?
Yeah, sure. Like, so not necessarily an attack roll.
Clocks are
You
very
can make an
nice.
attack roll if that's what you want to be going for, but I want narrative. Describe to me how you are helping this endeavour.
Okay, so...
There's also a pretty princess there with your shield.
yes.
Roll me a persuasion check at advantage. I forgot. Please continue.
So I will basically come charging in. So I'm imagining...
29.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is he inside a building?
No, he's sort of been backed up against the wall of a building.
Okay, so... yeah, I've got a positive deck, so I can do this. So I'm going to come running around the corner, and then, like, as a sliding thing, I'm going to be firing the gun at the whites, and then slide up to the general. Lay my... Oh no, I don't have to touch him for that.
No, 30-foot range.
Yep.
Actually, I think you just got a dart.
Yeah. So yeah, it will be bang, 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 and then almost John Wick style. Like the clip comes out a different.
A clip of healing bullets.
Yeah, and then bang at the general.
Yeah. Excellent. Master Sergeant, technically.
And then I will give a little clap to the princess, but
Yeah, very good.
half a second at max.
I'm going to say that the princess has bright pink hair.
In that case, yeah, roll me an attack roll.
Okay. That's just a flat
Misty Wick.
10. 16 to hit.
Certainly hits. Yeah. Roll me the damage.
That is 10 damage.
Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna again roll this at advantage. So the only way that McLean dies this round is if both of these are natural 20s, which is pretty good for you guys. I've never rolled that well on these dice. You know that.
Yeah, that's true.
What a 1 in 400 chance that would be.
Enough. Thank God it wasn't 1 in a million.
They fucking failed to do anything to McLean. Yeah, as one of the whites is just blasted apart in this cone of sunlight. Another is really badly charred, and Misty just just bang, 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 and take another one. Out. Still up. I'm going to say. Yeah, the add in the box of the failure trap with the healing web is pretty huge there, because again, if they succeed even once,
I've bought us
he's
more
gone.
time.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Lillian, your Doro phone.
Yeah.
Hello, auxiliary user.
What now, dearie? I've got other things to do. Actually, I think she knows you can track them through their... She chucks it.
Cool. Great.
She
Love it.
goes boom, and throws
Love it.
it. And like
29, yeah, on that persuasion check.
Yeah.
Sorry, to make sure I have the right number of ticks. Please
That
continue.
was persuasion.
so,
Yes.
Lily goes, looks to the green smoke, looks to the sandworm, knows roughly where Augustine was, thinks Augustine could probably handle the sandworm, but knows that the morale would tank if we lost the commander, so knows that he probably is over there. So heads to the green smoke.
Cool. What are you doing when you get there?
Surround the flanks around the commander, and just go,
Roll me-
get your commander, get around him, and
Roll me a
get him out.
battle check. So, like, I'm going to say proficient charisma.
Sure.
So cool.
I love it. You're just controlling all these people and they just couldn't descend
Yeah.
on...
Like the jaws of an ant.
Yeah.
So, like, basically my persuasion, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be 15 plus 9, so 24. And I will then see Misty is, like, frantically... and I guidance Misty as well.
Perfect. Yeah, you marshal your forces around. So who's here? You're here, and you're here.
Yeah.
So Misty, you're not even taking part. You'd say those 4 shots went bang, 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 healing clip, bang, without even looking. And then the other hand is on the data pad, which is sort of on a little sort of dolly that's attached to here. It's like
So-
da-da-da-da-da, bang, bang, bang.
What was the commander's name? I forget. Sorry.
McLean.
McLean. Eric McLean. Yes, you've trained your force quite well. Wow, you've had a bad day.
Yeah, he looks like he's gone 9 fucking rounds because he's been like, he looks like a boxer who has won a fight, but it was a pretty pyrrhic victory.
Okay, so
Yeah.
just go, dear, you've done well. You can have a rest. You two, and looks to Tutu,
Yeah.
get him somewhere safe.
Yes,
Get
ma'am.
him out of here. And
Come on,
then
Sarge, let's go.
Can I say, as he goes,
Yeah.
he sees me transform into him. I got your back.
Princess?
Don't worry about
Princess
that.
McLean!
As you pick up the massive... He just goes, make me look good, yeah. No, he's not holding the rifle. You're holding the rifle. You're there holding
No,
the
actually, it's carrying an axe and the
Yeah.
big shield.
Yeah. Make me look good, yeah.
Right.
He looks maybe 5 years older than he did an hour ago.
Yeah.
Cool. You can remove that ring.
Cool.
Augustine.
Hey.
I left you a sandworm.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Hello, auxiliary user.
Sorry, new phone. Who's this?
You see, Martel Site 7 Leviathan, incoming transmission. Hello, auxiliary user.
None of us are answering.
Can I be of any assistance?
Oh, God.
I have a number of protocols I can engage from my new position.
Such as?
It lists Emerald Cauldron, Archon Blight, or... by the way, do you set yes to receive the message and open a channel?
So what message do I get without accepting it?
Almost like please log in.
So I get the hello message and then...
You get the hello message, but that is sort of from a... It's like there are file attachments, but you have to download the message to see the file attachments. Emerald Cauldron, Archon Blight, or... Oh god, what was the third one? I'm going to say you see a picture of a cauldron, a picture of some wings covered in holes, and a picture of a big hammer.
I have to, in order for me to just talk, I have to accept.
If you want to open up a communications channel separately, you can. This would not be involved in.
Activating any
I
of these
cannot remember the name of the third one, so yes, that will do for now.
Yeah.
Gravity hammer.
No.
We'll find out very shortly, I imagine.
Hello, auxiliary user.
What's my name?
Augustine Alder.
What's my profession?
You are an agent of an eldritch being. And a banker.
They're kind of the same thing.
There's been some damage to my personality subroutines.
I'll have a hammer, please.
Great. You're on an attack roll for me. And add 13.
What the fuck?
My attack roll?
Yeah. No. So I'll roll a d20 and add 13.
26.
Great.
Fuck.
I'm going to show you a picture.
We're gonna know immediately.
I'll be heading to, I guess, in case it matters, I'll be heading towards the...
I am wondering if that's... okay, if it's friendly, then I think that Thunderbird's about to get fucked.
A snipping tool when you need it. Because the rest of this image won't make any sense to you.
If it's unfriendly, then our shields are going bye-bye.
But why ask?
Needed permission from the inheritors to engage the systems.
You see, streaking from the sky above, directly above you, is a meteor. Like an actual goddamn, like you can see a trail of light behind it is coming from outside of atmosphere into atmosphere.
Amazing.
And you see this thing with like panels. It opens up into like a flower, and then clamps onto the back of the Thunderbird and bears it cratered into the desert, locking it onto the sand.
There's no way we missed this thing.
No, there's not any way you missed this thing.
I looked to Missy.
Do we have local comms?
Yeah. I mean, you don't. You threw them away.
I threw mine away.
I sent a message. I have a big hammer now.
It's one use, my guy.
They don't know that.
Yeah. Wingbreaker. It's called Wingbreaker. Thank you. Yeah.
And I just look at Missy. Was that you, dearie?
Nope. Can I get a tech
Really?
check from you?
Oh, we'll see. Right.
15.
How many
Cool.
persons are here, Augustine?
It's your turn.
The three of us
Well,
will look
I'll
at
be
each other and
heading
just
towards
all
the,
at the same time
You're
say,
heading to that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Augustine.
So you can
Augustine.
see, when you get here, 5 whites have been... Do you ever watch Heroes? Mm-hmm. You know the bit where Sylar kills, I think, someone's like Molly's parents, the girl, and then you see the mum who has just been pinned by hundreds of pieces of cutlery to the wall? It's that, but with arrows made of light. They are just there transfixed and pinned through all of their limbs. There is one white that is still up, and the sandworm is just peppered with hundreds of arrows, these constructed arrows. Yeah, dug you long enough. Yeah.
Be dealing with the bird.
He's not wrong. He's not lying.
Yeah, but they're not...
Roll me an insight check.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sacred to them.
Yeah.
But
it
this
is.
one's
No,
correct.
he wanted it gone now. 23.
He did want it gone, yeah.
You sense that the word "deal with" is doing a lot of heavy lifting for you in that sentence, in that it is ambiguous and you didn't say what you did. But I'm gonna take that as enough. Roll persuasion as well.
15.
That is exactly what you needed. And fires off another arrow. Yeah, what would you like to do? Yeah, you can see one sandworm is... whatever sensory organs it possesses, they have been pierced, and it is flailing madly about within the earth, and is just smashing. You see a couple of soldiers try to form like a rank, and the whole thing just flattens them down as it blindly smashes whatever it can sort of sense with its vibration organs. Yeah.
Can I use my time ability to just lure it towards me, but then just as I watch it slowly come towards me, just sort of casually move out the way and then drilling low?
I'm going to say absolutely roll me an attack roll at advantage.
That would be a 21.
I'll hit.
You missed the T in capture.
God damn it.
Oh, it's quite too late for that.
Is that just damage or I get sneak attack?
I can say you can roll sneak attack.
Always get someone to proofread your code.
That bit's not part of the code, it's not.
I know, I'm just being a dick.
Nah, just test it, see what happens.
32.
32 damage.
Mm-hmm.
That is enough. Barshi on
And it also
her
has a bit
turns-
of the it's using the vibro.
The Vibra Zevos.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. That actually is enough. You, Barshi had been spending her turns fighting these things and had done a considerable amount of the work with a natural 20. So you can feel free to remove that ring.
Nice.
In the interests of time and the fact you have turned the lights back on, you have removed the big threats, the shock troops, the hard targets. I'm gonna forego introducing the whatever it's called, the undead soldiers rising up one, undead reinforcements, whatever it's called, and just bring us to a moment of somewhat relative calm. As the city begins to, you can hear the clashing of steel and bullets and moans and screams, but just begins to wane, and that over there in that part of the city goes dark as the fire is extinguished, and then the cannons sort of silence, but not in a they are overrun. The shots get less frequent and less frequent and less frequent until they go silent. And you begin to see a different kind of movement, not a panicked, mad dash for reinforcement. This is a purposeful, right, shore up that defense, repair the hole in that wall. As the first wave of this attack seems to have been staved off for now, for certain. Actually, using Wingbreaker on the Thunderbird will have stopped the resurrection of the raising of the soldiers anyway. So I think even if we weren't pressed for time, that would have dealt with that as well. What you have to do? You don't get a second message, by the way.
What, in response to my capture test? Interesting. Can I send, using my Leviathan datapad, can I send a message saying...
Effectively, what you get is like, this user's account is disabled.
Interesting. Can I attempt to trace where that signal came from?
You better hope this is a natural 20. Can I get another tech check from you? And what are you guys doing in the meantime?
Giving guidance. For
Yeah,
sure.
I've already got guidance in the...
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Can I get you to roll me one final persuasion check? You're just looking for a flat 15. And this is to preserve the legend of the warrior princess as you turn back into yourself.
Well, I've already turned into McLean.
Yeah, oh yeah,
And
that's
my
true.
plan was, if fighting was still going on, to run around being obviously McLean, so that if he
In
was a
that case,
priority
roll-
target, they'd be going for him.
You're absolutely right. Sorry, I completely forgot that. Roll me a persuasion check to impersonate. Or persuasion or deception is the words I was trying to say. Either one will do, but...
Have I got a destiny point? I can't remember.
That is not a question for me, my guy. I truly can't remember.
Oh, I do have a destiny point because I succeeded in the goal
last
section.
week?
I'm going to re-roll that natural one.
Ha 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 ha! Excellent, yeah.
Okay, that's
I
at least not a
think
natural
you
one.
do, because you did complete a goal last week. I can't remember which one it was, but you did complete one.
I completed 2 the session before.
You didn't use a destiny point before then.
So
There's no mention of destiny points in the last session at all.
Okay, then.
Then, if you would
So
like
I rolled a
to...
nat 1. So I
Okay,
would like
cool.
Yeah. Total of 16.
I will hold your oath fulfilled, sir.
bad luck, buddy.
Nat
I-
1.
Oh
buddy.
no!
I'm
Yeah, nothing's happening.
I'm also going to spend my destiny point
Mm-hmm.
to reroll because I rolled amazingly on guidance and very poorly on the d20. Okay.
Your little helper's going to give you advantage. It's his last act before the spell ends. Roll that again.
Hey! That would be a 19.
Like, there's some kind of glitch going on with your data pad. You're not quite sure what it is, but it's running, like, slow, and, like, you try to bring up the comms channel.
Flourishing!
Open that because I'd be running slow.
Yeah.
35.
Fuck you. Wow! So, okay.
That is not a natural 20, by the way.
That's great news. So,
Was that with?
I'm going to give you a couple of bits of information. You're noticing like the network lag as well in your personal comms, and then you run this test. You run like the network trace, and you at that moment you clock that a channel has been opened to an external source by someone within your immediate personal network.
Fucking users.
And all of the data on all of your devices is being flash copied. That includes Will's brain.
Oh fuck!
My Minecraft server.
In Will's brain.
The trace,
You put your Minecraft server in my brain.
the trace comes back with an error. It comes back with site, like blank, site null. Actually, no, it doesn't. It comes back with site 0. Turnabout's fair play. And the network link ends.
Damn it, Augustine!
Can I run over to Will? And I will run up to you and go, how is your brain?
This feels actually quite a lot like when it happened before. Exactly, this happened at the signal tower. Same kind of deal, but this time it got access to things that weren't hardwired into you.
Can I also ask, what did they say? Turnabout is fair?
Turnabout is fair play.
In Leviathan's voice or in a different?
Oh, a very different voice.
Is it a voice that that Misty recognizes?
Does it appear to be humanoid or electronical? Like,
I don't think there's a way to tell that.
this
This did not have the robotic quality of Leviathan to it. I'll tell you that much.
Cool. Yeah. What I was trying to work out is, was it a text or was it a voice line?
That was a voice. That was a
Right.
a voice message via your.
Right.
Oh, by a data pad, so it would have been a bit audible to me.
You threw it away. You don't have
I threw mine away, but would the?
Oh, this would have come through your earpiece.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Turnabout is fair play. Okay.
I need a new earpiece, by the way, dearie.
Yeah. you got so many spare like fucking AirPods. Like, not a sponsor.
Yeah, I got a message in the thing, and I knew that can't be, so I tossed it at the time.
If I noticed that that feeling again, I would have shut down all network functions.
Cool. Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Yeah. You sense that the speed this happened, the amount of data transfer, like the amount of what do you call it? Processing power it would take to do data transfer this quick. Roll me. I know this is a weird one for your brain. Roll me a dex save.
Oh no. 15.
I'll give you that. Yeah, you managed to cut off maybe the last 4 hours of like visual data. Do you want to roll me an insight check?
Yeah. I've got a couple of theories.
I'm thinking that this entire scenario might have been done in order to force us to grant
6.
access to Leviathan.
6 on an insight.
Yeah.
What do you think it was?
So, couple of the one turnabout is fair play could be in reference to the fact that if they copied our stuff, it's in reference to the fact that Leviathan created a copy of herself, and it's actually her copy. So it's not Leviathan. It's whoever replaced Leviathan. Like when Leviathan decided to go wander about and find you.
Yep.
Because theoretically, what stops that replacement from then also creating a replacement and going wandering about? Like, did you?
There are things that stop that.
I'm not. I might not be aware of them. But has anyone seen the Rick and Morty episode where he creates clones?
Yeah.
And then the clones,
The clones will start. Yeah.
That's what. That's one scenario.
Another scenario is that this is the vampires after we basically cleaned out their nest, Site 5.
Yeah.
This is them saying turnabout's fair play.
What I will say is on that 35, this isn't human based, if that makes sense. Like this
The speed
on a
at which they
35,
overrode.
this smacks of Servitor.
Yeah.
Whether that is actual Leviathan who's damaged, as they claimed, whether it is a clone of Leviathan, or whether it's something else entirely, another site, whatever.
Or so it's either Leviathan's clone or it's whatever grabbed Leviathan in the first place. The servitor judges, for want of a better word.
Could be a god.
If it came from Site 0, presumably that's the controlling site.
Or it's not a controlling site, and
You've certainly never heard Leviathan talk about Site 0.
No.
And presumably, have I ever heard of any references to a Site 0?
No.
Didn't think so.
could be whatever's on the other side of the where Misty's parents are happy, healthy, and alive, and the whole turnabout's fair play is you took from us, we're going to start taking from you.
Oh no!
Does anyone else want to roll me insight on that phrase, turnabout's fair play? So cool.
Oh, there it is.
16.
It's finding the damn thing at the end of it that's the tricky bit.
So 16.
Or 16.
25.
Oh yeah, 25. Okay, but by the timing, you sense the phrase turnabout's fair play is Misty was attempting to virus check and insert programming into whatever this thing was, and had started doing that before the capture stuff started being. It was on 25. You say it's almost like an acknowledgement of to Misty of yeah, well, fair enough. I get why you're doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be your best guess.
Yeah. I don't... You tried to do it to it.
You were doing exactly to it what it had already been starting to do to you. So it was you know what, I'm not mad.
Game appreciates.
Game recognises game.
Okay.
We need to
Okay,
find
fine.
Augustine. And probably slap him.
He'll just point to the big bird that's now dying.
Can I get an Arcana or Nature check from any of you?
Hell's yeah, you can.
Or Religion?
Religion. I like religion.
Yeah.
These are all just +1, so...
So Juan.
Yes.
Nice.
My third natural one.
Buddy, I'm so sorry.
No.
Different dice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20...
Well, your
Is it religion
He's the
with
charge
wisdom
up
or
with
just
these
religion?
I'll say
I was
this
gonna
Religion
say,
Wisdom
your-
because it's about psychopaths.
your time
Okay.
lease has expired.
That'll be 19 plus 8. 27.
27. I'll give you two things on that.
Sure.
Firstly, you are aware that the Thunderbirds become vastly depowered when they are in contact with the ground. They never land.
Yeah, because they can't.
They live on the wing like an albatross.
Right.
The other thing I'll tell you at 27 is you
Nice
recognise
jail.
the phrase Emerald Cauldron. You
I
might
do
out
it.
character.
Out of character, I recognise that.
Emerald Cauldron was one of the 4 jewels of Ulster. They were the reparations given to humanity after the God War. The 4 were Binder, Breaker, the Kelstone, and the Emerald Cauldron. The Emerald Cauldron specifically was capable of producing a panacea, a potion that would cure literally any ill, physical or spiritual, and could even resurrect the dead. You're not sure what would have happened if you had selected Archon Blight or Emerald Cauldron, but Emerald Cauldron might, for example, have restored all of the Kyoto who had exhaustion levels to perfect fighting fitness along with all of your soldiers, and dealt with a different way to deal with this whole situation.
Turned all the zombies back into livings?
Not that far.
Okay.
If I realize that the Thunderbird is on the ground right now,
Yeah.
and it's outside the gates in range of the cannons,
It is not in range of the
Okay.
cannons. Like, they have one range, but this thing, if you imagine it clamped onto it, it flew for maybe 10 or 15 seconds at its
Max
hundreds
speed,
of
yeah.
miles of speed.
Okay.
And doof, 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 doof. You can hear its shrieks out in the desert, for one
it's
thing.
not happy.
It's not happy.
Well, we got to go kill
At
it,
this
right?
point,
If we could get to it.
you see McCoy walking towards you. She's clutching like a wound, but not. It's a superficial, sort of like a flesh wound kind of thing inside. Okay, the walls are holding. They've pulled back. Inflicted losses. What the fuck is going on?
Well, you've trained good soldiers, dear. You don't.
I know I've trained good fucking soldiers. They're the best in the world.
Yes, and they're. Yes, they're very attached to me now. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your perspective. Anyways, the bird got knocked out of the sky by
Yeah, I
something.
saw that.
Yeah, that wasn't us.
How do you... Oh.
That was some other party. Anyways, we need to go find this necromancer and deal with the rest of the problems. We don't even
Yeah.
have a
How-
lead.
How far on foot is the bird?
3 miles. Speaking on, we don't have a lead. Misty, you begin to sort of go through those thought processes that you were having at the end of last session.
Yes. They have to be somewhere local because of the
Right.
distortion.
Alright, dear.
Assuming that a servitor is not behind all of this, which that's a different problem for later. Then they also have to be here. The interference is a burden to them as well.
So
as
they're
well as-
somewhere in
they
that
are,
horde.
they are somewhere, within local transmission range.
Or on the bird.
Or in
in
the city.
Oh, I don't like that idea. They'd still have protectors, though.
There is
probably.
one piece of information that is freely available in any of the recordings you go back and listen to and is extremely germane here. If you want to roll a history check,
Yeah.
Hell, yeah.
I will give you the prompts. Is it another nat one?
It's a 2, which brings it up to a total of 10.
Hey, 2 buddies.
Oh no!
History.
Please tell me you got good, Brad. 'cause-
No, I got
We
12.
rolled natural ones then. Yeah. Our dice.
but I can roll.
I'll tell you something else happens. Your buddy, the face begins to peek out through the features of his shadows, and you just see a broadly traumatized man appear out from. He just screams.
Hey, bud.
He just screams.
You've got great history, right, Mike?
I've
I
used
do.
my session inspiration.
Okay.
I got a nat 20. So, possible that's 21.
You can deal with that in your own time, is what I'll say to that.
I look
I
over at
decide-
that
He
and go,
just screams.
"That
He
is-
doesn't really stop.
I'm going to charge you with dealing with his mental well-being, dearie.
I'm good.
That's
Take a point of inspiration for that response. You know, I'm fine. I think he's fine.
I genuinely thought the screaming at first was that the Beauregard had appeared.
No, the intern has reverted back into the name you can now remember as whatever
Has
it is.
he, the damage that he sustained whilst...
Is not present.
Okay.
I go up to this
He's
intern.
physically fine.
I go up to this intern and I go, dearie, do you remember anything? for
He
the last
continues to scream.
2 hours? Like, okay.
He continues to scream and nod.
I'm going, you remember every... All right, okay. We're going to get you a memory wipe, dearie. Don't worry. We'll pat
He
him on the
continues to
head.
scream and nod appreciatively.
Pat him on the head. I'm going to have to punch you now. Because we need to stop the screaming.
Yeah, you just spark out. Yeah.
As,
Unconsciousness is the kindest thing right now.
can I blend campaigns here as I am
Please.
an alchemist and he's screaming and has suffered severe mental trauma? Do I know how to make laudanum?
Roll me now an alchemist supplies check.
So that's 16 on the dice.
Proficiency plus intelligence.
1924.
Yeah.
I will.
You
get,
just sort of-
I will get him something to soothe.
So you get him
You
some
need-
mind.
He's
yeah.
gonna keep screaming until he probably after he wakes up. So whatever you're concocting will probably be
It will
better.
be strong enough that he'll just doze off.
Yes.
Not permanently. I'm not killing.
Can
him.
you memory work up something and then knock out a short-term memory? I've heard that's possible.
Oh, that's higher than 24.
Yeah.
Different people, different problem. He'll
That
live.
was-
He is not fine.
You begin to cast your memory back.
I was going to say potions that wiped out the short-term memory. I imagine would be banned for.
Real good reasons.
Yeah.
Or people forgot how to make them for
Yeah.
some reason.
Or they are really cheaply available at the bar.
Yeah.
I want a potion that is a barkeep. Pass me a potion that will wipe out my short term. You can just say tequila. It's fine. You begin to cast your mind back over the thoughts you had, like the fact that those crawling paws being dropped through the city. They knew where they were dropping them.
Somebody in the city.
It's not just somebody in the city, though. It's somebody who has strategic knowledge of the city. You think back to a dream that... Who had the dream about the dove turning into blood, having blood-soaked feathers?
Didn't we all have that?
Oh, you might have done, yeah.
Because the dove-turned blood-soaked feathers had
There's
had Carter Garland saying, "Remember my death."
Remember my death. What happened at his death?
yeah, because he's under the thrall of vampires, and he has
No, Carter Garland isn't under the thrall of vampires.
No.
Because his sire was killed.
So he is a full vampire and has no control. No,
He has no
one's-
one controlling him.
Remember my.
And he wouldn't be able to create these undead on his own.
No, Carter
Oh,
Garland
oh.
wouldn't...
He's not a spellcaster. He's a
Yeah.
fighter. He's a smash.
He's a paladin, but you can't raise dead.
There are a lot of people that so cause General Chambers was there as well.
Yeah. And
yes.
who else was there?
Was the scout? Wait, the guy that we escorted back with us, the
That
guy
was-
that we
that-
rescued
that-
from the nest.
No, the person who knew
Ezekiel.
the quartermaster.
No, he wasn't there.
The quartermaster. He knew all. He knows how the structure of the place works.
Was it the quartermaster? Was there?
Ezekiel wasn't there in the vision.
No, there was one guy who came back alive.
The guy who dragged Carter Garland's body back.
Yes.
Yes.
Silas Cunningham. General Silas Cunningham of the Fort Morgan militia.
Where the fuck is he?
Who?
Silas Cunningham. Where is he? Right now.
But no, probably help behind the city somewhere.
We need to find him now.
Why? I will remind you, you have told her nothing of the vampires.
No, we
Who
haven't-
is it
we
that
haven't
we're
had
currently
time.
Talking to, sorry.
McCoy.
Oh, McCoy.
Shit, he's a vampire.
Is he a vampire?
Do we remember seeing a ring on his finger?
Funnily enough, on the Nat 20,
Yeah.
as you cast your mind back through your history, yeah, you do.
So I grab these three. The fuck is a vampire, dearie, so I remember the ring.
No. You're in my city, it's under siege. There's no whispering, there's no leaving me out of the loop on this.
So
There is a problem bigger than what's happening here that we need to deal with.
just for point of clarification, as in the guy next to us has a ring.
No.
No.
No,
Silas
you
Cunningham.
remember Silas Cunningham when you met him.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yes,
then
yes, yes.
why are we whispering?
Because I don't want to cause a panic.
Yeah.
More so than...
Are we in
Is
private?
Cunningham in danger?
No, he is the danger, dearie. We
Yes.
need to find him now.
I love the phrase he is the danger.
Yes. We think he's the person on the inside. We think that this is not a Kyoto attack. This is a vampiric attack.
We need your most trusted people.
Fucking vampires?
People you know who can be trusted without any doubt, any shadow of doubt. Who you know not to be spies. Yourself and any Koyatl who will come with us because they're not susceptible. The vampires hate them. And take no one else. and
Nizu
tell
just
no one else.
stumps up next to you. Hey,
We're going to go kill some bitches.
cool. I'm good at killing... what is the word?
Bitches.
Bitches. I'm good at killing bitches. Bitches as enemies, yes?
Yes.
I am good at killing bitches.
What about
Bashi is in
Who's the guy
tow.
on the carpet?
Yuko. Yuko doesn't appear to be anywhere to be seen.
He's killing things.
Let's go find him.
Yeah.
Let's go find
Yeah.
him, dearie.
That and I've got the perfect line.
Okay.
All right. Where are you starting your search?
Where is he gonna be? Where is he gonna be?
Can't you?
I can.
Can't you talk to the dead? We and Woe.
What about where the wounded are being gathered?
Oh yes. Source of fresh blood.
So there's
And
two things.
also, it's where they would have taken McLean.
He could be searching for blood. He could be searching for people, changing people into vampires. Yes.
High-profile targets.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Okay. Do you want to roll an augury to that effect?
Sure.
I'll let you do it ritual as you walk. Absolutely fine.
It's just wheel of woe. So I basically say, if we go to the infirmary, will that be a good outcome for us in terms of finding Silas Cunningham?
Whoa.
No, that's the wrong one.
High command to ambush people coming back.
Surely we can ask, like, just grab some soldier, like,
Roll investigation.
Manifestation.
Investigation or
isn't gonna go
persuasion?
Unnoticed.
Investigation or persuasion?
Yeah.
Group check.
Cool. Can I ask one more question? While this is occurring. Beyond the shield generator, are there any other? Is there anything else that is controlling the defense?
Investigation
of
or
this
persuasion?
place? Like the gun
11.
turrets and things like that. Do they get there?
No, they're powered by gunpowder, which is
Where's the crystal itself kept?
the cavern below the western bluff.
I very much wish to head there.
I got 13.
13,
12.
12.
God. What check is this?
Investigation or persuasion, your choice.
I got 11.
It's not good. 8.
What I'll say is you go to the cavern underneath the eastern bluff.
Mm-hmm.
There's nowhere to be seen.
So he's not in the infirmary. He's not at the Eastern Bluff. Command center, technical center to take the shield down.
Well, that's where
Isn't
we
that
are
where we
now,
are?
right?
Not
Yeah.
where we were.
That's so you've been to yeah. So yeah. So like McCoy's house and office is the main command center. You can call in there. Can I get any insight check from everyone?
I'm rolling like you.
You roll like me in the nest, yeah.
We all are, I think.
No, 22.
Oh, thank God.
I'm going to tell you 2 words, and you can take whatever extraction
Sure.
from that you wish. The they put wood paneling in Site 5.
Oh, because he was like, yeah, they did. Why did they do that?
Wait, wood paneling where?
They just put fancy decorative wood paneling
Is that
on the
what,
walls
the bolt hole?
in the nest in Site 5.
Yeah, but
Well,
where did they put the wood paneling?
It was in their boardroom. They made themselves a boardroom with ferns and plush carpet.
Where's the fanciest building in the place?
Probably Silas Cunningham's house.
Where? Oh, fucking asshole.
Oh, come on!
Where's his house?
It points up to the north in
We
the,
go.
the yeah.
Right.
Have
got
we
it
just
there.
pulled another ladies' chambers?
Right.
Where we're looking for Silas Cunningham and we've not checked his fucking house.
Yeah, we head there.
How are you approaching?
Damn it, Joseph!
He doesn't know we're on to him. So why not just come up and say we need to speak to the quartermaster?
Battle report.
Yeah, battle report. That's all. We get him out of his house, and then we murk him.
Yeah, you head up. You see that it's a fairly grand estate. I mean, this would not pass muster in Harlan, but in Fort Morgan, this is a palace.
Yes.
This is for the rich.
I look at the commander. Go, what the fuck?
I don't know. He's got fucking Elysium money.
Right, dearie. I mean, okay.
That's on us.
Well, that's on us. We should have clocked something.
You knock on the door.
Yeah.
Are you bringing
Actually,
your
I think we have the commander knock on the door.
McCoy?
Yes.
Yeah, because him asking for a battle port is like, I need McCoy, we need you to get him to ask for a battle port. Say that we need him back at the command center, and then when he comes out here, we'll be standing behind the wall, and we're gonna stab the shit out of him.
you hear. Yeah, so she. Alright.
So who's this we're sending up there?
McCoy.
How injured but okay?
Oh, yeah, she's. She fighter of about 7th level.
Right, okay.
And she's taken a couple of stabs in the side.
So she's...
Okay, I have a suggestion. I make myself look like McCoy.
I look between the two of them.
Or I make myself look like Etta Chambers.
Etta?
But then that will reveal that we're on to
With a
him.
cloak.
Oh.
Looking like I'm trying to be incognito.
Who the fuck are you?
We're gonna have to fill you in. It's been a bit busy day. We'll get to it.
I don't like being out of the loop.
I know, dearie, but we really don't have time because if that person in there dies, maybe all this stops. Maybe.
You do you.
You'll be putting yourself at risk, dearie, because if he rumbles you, you're gonna die fast.
Risk I'm willing to take.
Alright. You go.
Cool. You step up to the front
I
door.
give you guidance before you go up.
Okay, just before I do we prefer me to be the general, or do you prefer me to be Etta Chambers?
The likelihood of Etta getting here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do general.
Past the horde as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I was out of the room, the plan is just you're needed at the command center.
Cool.
Would she go herself, or would she send a Spodley to?
Like a runner.
In these circumstances, either would be possible. In normal circumstances,
Definitely a runner.
definitely a runner. If she was nearby and it was an emergency, it wouldn't be out of the normal bounds of possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then while we're out of range, can I get her to basically shout into a microphone
Sure.
the correct phrase to
Like a passphrase or whatever kind of, security, yeah.
So basically, I can just walk up and I can just play that, so I'm not having to imitate her voice.
We haven't been walking around long enough to get a short rest, have we?
No.
Damn.
You, head up to the front door.
Do you need some healing?
No, it's not the healing, it's the spells and things that you attack.
You knock upon the door, and it is opened by a very, worried and harassed-looking servant who is a civilian who is, General, please see you. The master, I believe, is in his study below. Please come in.
Get him.
She goes downstairs.
I'm looking quite haggard and
Yeah. Could I offer you any bandages or?
No time.
Cool. You can I get a wisdom saving throw from you?
Yeah.
I didn't give you blast, you got guidance.
Blast and guidance.
No, you just
No, you got
guidance.
neither.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a 23.
23. Okay, cool.
So there's a mind controlling effect or anything?
Not that you know of.
No, okay. Because we've got those amulets proof against.
You do, but they are for divination spells.
Okay.
You see Silas Cunningham below. Oh, Prosperity, darling, please come down. Someone I'd like you to meet.
Can I roll insight?
Please.
Can we hear this from where we're hiding?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I don't need to roll insight to be like...
He looks... so the insight?
That is 21.
He looks very pleased.
My insight is 29.
He looks very pleased to see McCoy here at this particular moment.
He wants to turn her
Or killer.
or kill her, either of the two.
What do you do in this moment?
So the recorded phrase that I had gotten her to shout was something along the lines of code word and need you at the command center now.
Yeah. He is sort of standing at the bottom of the stairs. There's there's a study or something down some stairs just inside the front door, so you can't quite see down in, but he also can only see you. He can't see up into the street to where you guys are waiting with your fucking shock troops. Yeah. Would you care?
No time.
Never mind then. Doggy, go. You see Barrows the Black step up behind and cast Circle of Death on you.
Who, sorry?
Barrows the Black.
Oh, that bastard.
Who remind me?
That is the Ulpa Death Shaman. The leader of the Coyotl.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doggy, heal. Could I get a Constitution saving throw from everybody because this is a 60-foot radius?
Oh,
Fuck.
flash of genius.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Does that? I think that only affects one person. What save is this?
Constitution.
That's a failure.
That's your. I think you're too far away.
Yep.
Okay.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 18. I got a -1.
Pass.
Yay! And I'm resistant to necrotic damage.
You are.
What did you roll?
7.
Oh, okay. You beat me.
You beat me.
My.
Are you close?
Luckily, Circle of
No.
Death actually doesn't
Are you
do
close?
that. It's just massively
It's a
big.
60-foot
I
radius
thought-
necrotic fireball.
Us
Yeah.
3 are like
Did
kind
roll a
of
lot of sixes
weighing
though.
outside.
Yeah,
the panel,
so-
so us 3 are close.
No. I meant, are you close? What did you roll?
Oh, 7. Oh, I rolled a 6. I'm plus
So,
1.
yeah. Totals
Total
was
7.
7.
Can I make that 12 for you? I'm going to flash
Sure.
a genius it.
Was this guy inside?
Was in the study down below, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have rolled a nat 1.
Ooh. 12 with the
12, yeah.
I got a total of 6.
I'm 19.
19.
Oh,
So
sorry,
you're going to quarter this damage.
18, yeah, sorry.
And the spell save is... Yeah, cool. So... You guys take 35 necrotic damage. You take a quarter of 35, so half and half again, so 17, 9.
9.
Oh, God.
And I would, if I could, ask you to roll initiative.
Misty crumples to the floor.
Cool.
Yeah, that's about right.
Do I still roll initiative though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still roll initiative,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
because you'll need it for death save
Yes.
turns.
14.
11.
got 35 in front of it.
Yeah.
You can add a d4 to that because initiative is a skill check. If you want to.
Ah, there we are.
I do want to because I'm currently on a 5.
Which is, I think, the only time guidance
up
has
the
ever been used on an initiative check.
Yeah.
I only had 1, so I'm now on a grand total of 6.
Luckily, we have the 2 fighty Coyotl and the fighter with us,
Indeed.
so might just be able to manage this.
McCoy falls unconscious.
That's fair.
Yep.
So could I get... So Misty was 14 total?
Mm-hmm.
Augustine?
It's initiative.
Yep.
13.
13. Lillian?
11.
11. Will?
6.
6. Okay, so barrels. Ooh!
So Oxine got...
That's a D10.
What
I'm
did you
not rolling
get,
that for.
Ryan?
I got 6.
That, I think.
14.
So does that mean... so what was it? Death circle?
Circle of Death.
Circle of Death. Is that anyone inside the circle?
Yes.
Yeah. Your shock troops just died
Yeah.
because none of them had 35 hit points.
Does that also mean that Silas has taken damage?
No, he's going to be immune to it.
Also, Barros pointed at a point behind Prosperity,
That makes way more sense.
so that neither of them were caught in
Yeah.
because they are not immune, but they would have taken. I think they're not immune.
I thought the Circle of Death was only
Resistant.
applied to the living or something like
Each creature in that area.
that. Okay.
Yeah. So let us. Ooh, okay, Bosh is actually going there. You got an 11, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't know where to put who, but I will space these out either way. Who do you want to be the red one? Is what I'm asking there. It's your free
What's the other
choice. So there is one red one, which is the
red for
who you
vampire,
consider the
surely.
big
I think
bad.
red for the vampire.
And then
yeah.
you've got
Alright.
the Kyoto leader who's...
The fact that he the fact that the Coyotl leader was basically called Doggy.
And
made to
that
do something.
is
That's
20.
initiative 20, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
So that should be that side of that.
Cool.
That is
Misty.
Misty, who is actually next. Sorry.
Okay.
That's Lillian. That's me. That's Augustine.
Oh, it's in between. Okay.
Yeah. So, where's Augustine? Is there?
This one.
Yep.
That's Barshi.
Cool.
There's Lillian.
Yep.
There's Nizu. There's Barros.
Hey, at least I'm not last.
Wait,
You caught a break on his roll.
do I have the highest initiative?
No, you have the second highest initiative.
Out of the friendlies,
Out of
yes.
yeah, you do, yeah.
Yeah. Poor planning.
I'll attempt to shock and awe, but
Quick question: what was the initiative score of the Bavos the Black? Was it 5?
Here.
No.
Oh, it's here.
Well,
Oh, down here. Yeah.
It was, 5.
It was 5. I am so glad I used guidance.
Yeah, it was a nat 1 plus 4. So if you'd rolled a 2, he'd be going before you because he has a plus 4 dex.
Yeah.
Probably should have taken that right now, but never mind. Cunningham moves up the stairs. Are you still conscious?
Yes.
Cool. You are as disguised.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I am McCoy.
22 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool.
Your shield.
I do not have.
No.
Actually,
Do you need me to split piercing and necrotic?
no. I think I might be going down.
You take 7 points of piercing damage and 12 points of necrotic damage, which
Exactly to 0.
knocks you out, and you will reduce your maximum hit points by 12. Your disguise self breaks at that point because he interacts with you physically. He bites into a neck that is slightly bigger, slightly outside of where he was expecting it to be.
So hang on. I'm trying to do maths.
Yeah.
Oh god, no! Stop putting it there. Override match KP with 52.
Cunningham looks like he has been kicking back and relaxing while this has been happening.
Mm-hmm.
He is completely fresh. Barros isn't.
Oh, interesting. You ran afoul of something.
Well, he's been doing all the casting and everything.
He's been doing all the casting. So he didn't have a lot of spell slots left. He was saving one big one to try to teleport out of here.
No, he can't.
No, he can't. Yeah. So your disguise self breaks?
Yep. Or at least he sees through the illusion.
Yeah, sees through the illusion. He's not pleased. He's going to use his last 2 attacks to make unarmed strikes against Will.
2 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your AC?
20 including my shield.
Gotta get you to check those dice for me.
A natural 20.
Nope.
Natural 1s.
that is that a 19 and an 18. That is
The illusion breaking. He stares down at Will, looks up, sees McCoy going for a sword and pistol.
I thought you said she was unconscious.
You're absolutely right. Beg pardon. Yes,
So
she's
she
not-
would have thought. So she'd be out of sight, presumably.
She sees that you're not her, and is filled with a cheated rage, and punches you twice in the head, and your neck breaks.
Yep. That is 3 failed death saves.
Misty, it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
Because even if I cancel one of those crits, it will still be...
It wasn't crits.
Auto crits.
Oh, it was
the
auto crits. Yeah,
so
yeah,
it would
it's still deal.
It will still
yeah.
deal, because one of them would be cancelled, and then I'd still get the other 2.
That is a natural 1
On
the death saving throw. So is that 2 failures?
Yeah.
That's 2 failures.
Augustine.
You already said
Left in the
May.
initiative order?
Barshi will be going next.
Oh, she's a
Friendly.
Friendly, she's the archer.
I'm going to hold my action until after Lillian because I want to see what my healer's going to do.
What action are you holding?
Uh,
The heal.
Because I have the ability to heal a person.
Yep. I can heal better if they're down.
Oh, actually, There's only one person to heal now, right?
No, there is 2 people to heal.
McCoy.
That's
Oh god, the deck of cards have come out.
Yep.
Forgot about that mechanic.
Yeah. Time for the dealer's game.
Who is around orange person?
So Cunningham has come up to the top of the stairs. He is at the top of the stairs. You guys are less than 30 feet from him, and sort of concealed to either side of the door and that kind of thing.
He's in the front doorway if he's just punched me twice in the head.
He's absolutely in the front doorway. You can see him. You can yeah.
But do I know? Okay, can I roll something to see if I know that
Will's dead.
Will's dead?
Will's neck is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have the energy cores that powered my suit. Could I do a Novem and just get my memories from
Hey,
the guy that I did the same trick for?
that's cool. I'll allow it. I'll straight up allow it.
Just throw it into
If
the
you
house.
just want to shatter energy
one
cores,
and just throw it into the house.
go for it. Yeah, do it. Absolutely. Those are a powerful resource.
They give me the jump spell once.
Oh, they give you the jump spell. If you crack them open, like your
But as
the
a-
ghost that
everyone
haunted
jump.
you did.
But I guess as an expendable resource for me, it's not a thing that I particularly ever feel I'm ever going to use. So
That's fair. They have other utility in the world, but if this is how you choose to expend that utility, you are more than welcome to. And there may be better ways of getting electricity now. Like you got those at the beginning of the campaign. Now you have a solar
Yeah.
generator, for example.
Yeah.
I think I would do that. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. You crack open. I think. Can I get a dex save from yourself as the energy washes out over you?
Can I?
That's another natural 1.
Cool.
Oh, dude.
How many? What HP are you on?
2.
Is it 1 point of radiant damage?
Holy shit.
Which I negate because of the armor.
You did! You're like, ain't nothing on me. You lob it. I'm gonna say, oh god, what's that?
His armor's almost perfectly designed to resist that as well.
It really, literally is. I'm gonna call that. Roll me 6d6, and it'll be that much radiant damage.
Can you get it in there far enough to get...
That's why I
Get
lobbed it through rather
barrels
than
as
just out the
well.
doorway.
I think you may be able to. Yeah.
I have a question that is incredibly important.
I know.
Okay, cool.
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
That is 20.
20. Cool. And yeah. Perfect. Lillian. No, Barshi.
I guess I'll just. Is it like a gate or a wall I can hide behind?
Oh yeah, you can duck for cover. Yeah.
Do you have any
Barshi
healing potions to quaff?
snarls out,
Oh, I can heal myself. That's just. I want to
seeing
do something
seeing an
offensive
ally
before I-
fall.
Yeah, but you can chug healing potions to bonus
and-
action.
Oh no, it's an ability.
Is I don't think she has. No, with her doggy heel. I think she snarls in anger, dives through a glass window, just kicks it in, and then you see her disappear outside down towards barrels. And you hear twang, twang, twang.
And... Yep.
You hear thud, thud of like wood or metal, and then of flesh.
Okay. Is he concentrating on anything?
No.
Technically not a concentration spell, sadly.
Yeah. He would have been concentrating on using legendary actions to do lightning.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of Barshi's turn, Cunningham is going to make a perception check. I think he can do that. Maybe he can't. Maybe that's a dragon thing.
That's a dragon thing.
It's a dragon
think his only actions are move really, really fast.
He
and hit things.
moves, I think, to you. Because he's seen you and you just lobbed a grenade at his buddy. And him.
Blast in the back with radiant damage.
Lillian, it's your go.
You're down. You're dead. I know you're dead. But I'm... Like, mechanically, can I tell the difference between somebody rolling a nat 1 versus somebody rolling, like...
Roll me a medicine check. Go for a 10.
12 on the die.
I mean, this is literally the thing you've done for years.
So, yeah.
Safeguard the lines between life and death. You can tell who's closer.
So, I reach down and cast Cure Wounds on Misty. You gain 11 hit points back. No rolling needed. No, sorry, not 11. 13 hit points back. And then I, as a bonus action, cast Spare the Dying.
Cool.
On the only remaining person who is down.
McCoy.
Yeah.
Great.
I think the only thing I can do is... This is going really badly, really fast. You've got the one with the fucking connection. Okay. So you're up. I grab you and pull you back as far as I can, so that's like 15 feet. And then try in the Leviathan data pad. We need help, please.
As I'm up, am I allowed to utter 2 words to Lillian?
Oh, yeah.
Green smoke.
Wait.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah.
Nizu vaults through the window. No, my beloved! That's a bad idea! Well, you awaken in a strange place. It's a parlour. It's panelled wood and green baize card table in front of you. It's smoky and perfumed, and there's a large mirror behind you. And reflected in it is you and only you, not the chair you're sitting in, not any of the room, just a blank void of eternity with you in the centre of it. A small door opens in the wall opposite you, and a person steps through. They're wearing a crisp white shirt and a dark red silk waistcoat, with garters on the biceps and a bolo tie. A black Stetson is perched upon their head. Ah there. I'm the dealer. You comfortable? Can I get you a drink? I realize you've had a mad trying day there.
How much of a robot am I at the moment?
Not.
At all. But am I...
You are the person your soul feels you are, as your soul is caught on a strand of spider's web on the boundary between life and death.
So I'm not the really old man.
You are whoever you feel you are.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that I am who Will would have been if he had lived a stronger life.
Great.
So still at the same age.
You see yourself with the iron hair and the salt and pepper and the strong jaw and the confidence in the eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a drink.
Sure. He pours a whiskey and pours one for himself. Now, I hate to be brusque, but I believe things up there in the world of the living are a bit, I might say, fractious right now.
You could say that.
Now, Volan's a funny old town. Around here, the dead don't rise so easy as they do other places. So, God saw fit.
Depends how they're rising, from what I've seen.
Yeah. Resurrection. No cheap, tawdry pantomime of life. I am talking the restoring of the soul to the body.
Yeah, I've not actually heard of that happening. I thought I did, but no, it turns out it was vampires.
Yeah. Well, suffice to say, in this here town, the gods saw fit to make other arrangements. Would you care for a game of cards?
What's the wager?
Quite simple. A non-negotiable 24.5% stake in your soul. You win. I'll bring you back to life. You get a good hand, I might even throw a little something extra in there for you.
Back to life, what? On death's door? Still bleeding out or whatever state I was in?
You'd be conscious. You'd be able to bring the fight back. And as I say, you roll well, you draw well. You make a good hand. Get something a little extra. You get power, riches. And this hand will only cost you 24.5%. Rest assured, and I'm unable to tell you a lie. And you sense that is a fundamental truth of the universe. I cannot lie to you. You end your life. You choose not to play this game anytime you arrive here. And you have a controlling interest in that there soul of yours. You'll march off to whatever afterlife is awaiting you. But you can play the game twice for free.
Free is doing a lot of heavy lifting. But off my
Smiles. Right?
sitting.
You know,
Will,
it's
Will,
like someone-
Will was sat there
Oh
for
my
what
God.
felt like an eternity and no time at all before he's between the two parts of that sentence, where he was just the images of everyone up top flashing through his head and just thinking, I have to.
He goes to burn a card. And as you do, you feel one potential future you could have had burn up. Now I'm going to draw you 5 cards here. These are for you.
Those are my cards. Are those
These
my
here are
cards?
the house cards.
Okay.
I can draw you 5. One of these, you can go on ahead and give on back to me. And I'll draw you a new one. Well, aren't you a lucky young man? That there Joker. You can go ahead and choose what card you want that one to be.
Ace
Do you
is
know how to
high
play
or
poker?
low?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, that's fine. I was just checking. I was like,
Just about, because I can see
He
most of
burns
this.
another card, and you feel another future burn up.
2, 3,
4,
5.
5.
You currently have a
Straight.
straight.
Yeah.
I can't remember where that ranks in the.
Straight's pretty good.
Pretty
Pretty
good,
good.
yeah.
about middle.
You could.
To get a straight on a draw hand like this is pretty good.
Yeah.
With-
I,
What you can do here, by the way, is you can choose any one of these cards, burn it, burn up another review of possible futures, and I will draw you a new card if you want to.
I don't think I want to burn up another future.
well, you could burn. You could burn the king
Yeah.
because then if it's a jack,
Because then if he has a king, he won't have
yeah,
possibly another pair.
because if it's a
Oh,
jack,
you're sharing these.
Does he
Okay,
get
yeah,
to
yeah,
interpret that how he wants as well?
He has to go with what you say that is.
yeah. Oh.
yeah. So,
So right now it's
currently it's a 5 unless
Yeah.
if you burn the king, obviously this is your soul.
Yeah.
But-
your soul, but we're playing with
We're
it.
playing with someone else's money right now.
You're all bastards.
like, but you hate playing strategy games with me. If you burn the king,
Mike,
yes,
I see that.
Yeah.
I accept what you're saying.
cool.
However, that is burning another
Narrative.
future, narratively. Like, Ryan admits, and even Will admits that is probably the smart thing to do. But,
Can I say, take a point of inspiration, take a destiny point for engaging in the narrative spirit of the setting to that degree. And if you become conscious, you will come to with a destiny point.
Okay.
So if this is
standing
community cards, right?
Yep.
If you burn that king, and it comes back as something that allows him to have 3 of a kind.
Yep.
Sorry, no, you have to have more than 3 of a kind because straight beats 3 of a kind.
I've got the rank in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember from my poker days.
Of course you had poker days.
Of course I did. I want money.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Well, there is.
What happens if it's a draw? Because if he's got a 4 as well,
Then we
Yeah.
redraw and we go again.
Okay. I think you should, based on that, you should probably leave it.
yeah.
Because the only thing you'll do by changing it out to a king is getting a 4. Is getting another chance of getting 4 there, which means you have a draw. And then you're back at the same situation you were before.
You want to leave it?
I'll leave it.
What is that?
A 3 and an 8.
Let's go. House has a pair of 3s.
And you've got a straight.
The player has a straight. That's working with you, sir. Because you got a straight, you get some fun stuff.
Yay!
Just out of curiosity,
Yeah.
what would the card be? Or is that never to be?
That's interesting. You sense something wrong.
Like, oh,
You sense the boundaries of death being pushed to their extremes, and something snaps in the world. It's not. Resurrection is supposed to be such a calm and ritualized thing. And this is forceful. This is someone being pushed back from the boundary. You are resurrected, and you immediately gain the benefits of a long rest.
Whoa!
And, as I say, have a destiny point. Because even if you chose not to burn the card for statistical reasons, for you, that was because that was for the narrative.
That was another feature.
Big fan. Half 10 cut off?
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. Will, it's your turn.
Okay, so this guy has stood over me.
Yep.
And-
He's just run past and is facing Augustine and has his back to you.
Oh my god.
Now it'll cost half my movement to get up, won't it?
Yeah, he's about 15 feet ahead of you.
Oh, is he? Okay.
So that shame.
Oh, and if there's going to be flanking involved as well.
There is.
That's a hexblade's curse.
Everything you have, everything.
I've only got so many bonus.
You've got
actions.
so many bonus actions to go around.
So okay, that's going to be a hexblade's curse. Can't put the spirit shroud on until second turn. However, I believe I still have the power axe.
You do.
What damage type does a power axe do?
2d8 radiant.
Okay.
Sorry, a d8 radiant, but with the additional machine strike damage we talked about for story missions. Sorry, no, it would be d12 plus d8
Yeah.
because of great axe.
No, this is great axe.
Yeah, D12.
No, not great axe. This is battle axe.
d10 then.
In one hand though, because I'm using.
So it is d8. We're way back to when we started.
So D8 radiant plus
Plus your machine strike plus 1d8 extra machine strike.
Okay. Wait, does that mean that I get the 2d8 lightning damage with the machine strike?
Yes, rather than 1d8 as your usual.
Okay. I wasn't actually doing that on any of my attacks before.
Then we've all learned something. By the way, you guys watch Will's head back up, and he rises up, that coruscating red fire in his right eye, as he twirls the axe round, and everything but like an eagle cry happens as the revenant cowboy just raises to his feet and spins a power axe in one hand.
And shield up in the other.
Yeah.
And then I assume the camera visual of it would just be the vampire stood in front of you. The camera pans slightly, and you just see Will stood behind him,
Out of focus,
axe
sort of.
raised.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you see Will raise, and then it cuts to the vampire there, and then it pans to the side slightly. You see Will behind him, axe raised, and he just says, "Sparkle time!" As he turns on the sunlight on the shield.
Excellent. We will have that. Roll your attacks, my friend.
Okay, with advantage
Yeah.
because flanking and also surprise.
He's very surprised.
Well, with a sparkle time to his buttocks. Oh, I Hexblade's cursed him. That's a crit.
Yes!
I'm so glad. Please continue.
Second attack is gonna be another crit.
Oh.
2 19s.
Roll your damage. Roll all your damage.
Oh,
There used to be a rule in 3.5 called death from massive damage, and very rarely would you hit it. I bet you do this time.
I'll. If you take him out now, I'll be so happy. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Okay, so God.
Is the radiant damage a dice roll as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That doubles.
but also it prevents him from regenerating.
Yeah.
The 18 plus 6 radiant, 24 radiant damage.
Great.
Oh, hang on, sorry. Second, these. Okay. How much did I say with the first one?
That was 24.
Yeah, another 24 radiant damage.
Excellent.
48.
And now 4d8 lightning damage. No. 8d8 lightning damage.
We'll have this. I'll take it.
Someone do the maths for me.
Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
7,
Yeah.
3,
13,
6,
19,
5,
24,
6,
30,
3,
33,
7.
40. Was that both attacks?
Plus your
plus
modifier twice.
plus 6 more radiant damage.
Cool.
Plus the damage from Hexblade's Curse, because it gives you extra damage, I think.
That was that
That
extra
was
6.
extra damage, yeah.
What about from your flat strength or dex mod?
Oh yeah, that was already.
Oh, okay.
He goes to... Basically goes and sidles up to Augustine. He looks affronted. The look on his face is affronted. Like, how dare you? And then the axe buries in his shoulder up to sort of the midsection. It doesn't kill him, but it severs his clavicle. It goes down like anything that is not a powerful old vampire. This would have cloven into in these 2 swift strokes. You can see that the flesh tries to knit back together as Will withdraws and goes in again, but the sunlight, it just sort of runs off each other, oil and water. He is incredibly hurt. At the end of your turn, he is going to use a legendary action to panic. You hear a spell go off downstairs, and you hear Neezy shout, "I don't wish to alarm you, but this bitch is down here is hurting us." It's Cunningham's go. He begs.
He begs.
You're not a brave dude.
Nope.
Misty, it's your turn.
You're up.
Okay. There are 2 non-attack things that I would like to do.
Yeah.
An attack thing.
Well,
Please.
sure, go for it.
Please
narrate
let me know.
to me.
So, oh God, this has all happened in 6 seconds. You were dead, and now you're the
Not.
angel of death.
You're the testament.
Yeah. So
Definitely old.
with the chemicals that I've got, can I put some into a flask, smash it onto the ground? I want to create green smoke, effectively.
Great, yeah. I would say you can do that as a bonus.
Cool.
Make me an alchemist check to do that on the fly.
Okay.
I can tell you how to do that in real life on the fly, but as long as you have the right chemicals, and that's what you're rolling for.
So that is. So it's with the.
Intelligence, proficiency, and your roll.
That is a dirty 20.
Who am I to tell Misty Taylor she doesn't have the right chemicals?
Oh, Mike, I only just saw your message. Sorry.
That's all right. If you don't mind, I might use it at this stage.
Yeah.
You hear more arrows being loosed from downstairs and swearing and barking and aggressive snarling. Oh, sorry, yes.
The other one is the Leviathan specific data pad.
Yeah.
I want to say high demon presence, original user dead? Question mark. If you're still there, help us now. No, if you're still you, help us now. And I will send that, and then as an attack.
The aberrant is quite unable to answer at the moment.
Yeah.
There it is.
We've learned additional information at any rate. Okay.
And your attack?
What is the strongest?
114 points.
Was it?
It was 114. 2 crits. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
A lot.
I just love that I doubled my crit range with Axe-based casts.
Yeah.
Undead don't like fire, do they?
No, not at all.
No. Okay.
Not
Lots
even a
of
bit.
lots of things don't like fire as a general
Most
rule.
things. Fire elementals love it. Coal also.
Yeah.
In that case, I will look the vampire straight in the eyes, and I
Yeah.
will say, "Send better next time," and I will cast Flaming Sphere.
Brilliant. He's going to roll a dex save, I believe.
Yep.
And what is the damage?
So 16 to save.
He passes.
Okay, so any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a.
And you can smash it in as a.
Yeah, so on a failed save, they take half as much. So. So when you move the sphere, you can direct. So.
Nice.
I'm very pleased.
You fucking should be.
like you resurrecting and immediately doing 2 crits. Sometimes the dice tell a story as well as the players.
Will is pissed.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take damage right away. Have I understood?
No,
You can use an action to whack it into the side of it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let me find the.
Right, okay, and the sphere. Okay, yeah. So it will take half of. Oh, that's a good roll. Half of 11 fire damage.
Cool. Doesn't like that. His fancy coat gets set upon fire. You can all see the Cardinal Club ring on his finger, by the way.
Yeah.
Lillian.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a lot. I got my list of I need to deal with this later problems is growing.
Have you skipped Augustine?
We might have skipped Augustine, yeah. So
yes.
Yes, we did. I do beg your
Misty's
pardon.
after Misty.
Yeah.
Augustine's after Misty. So
I'll
Augustine
get
first.
the Vibros sword out.
Go for it.
You've got advantage.
You do have advantage. He is flagged.
That'll be a 21.
As I hit.
That would be a 24 points of damage.
And he's sheathed in booming energy.
Yes.
Vampires have 144 hit points.
So close.
Still standing?
Yes.
I will disengage and dash using the time energy,
Great.
and I'll go straight down to the bottom of the stairs.
Perfect. You can see, Nizu, Barshi, and Barros engaged in claw and tooth combat.
Oh, okay.
Like, this... Between 1 and 2 people are walking out of here.
Cool.
Yeah. Lillian.
Who's this actually?
That's Barshi.
Okay, so they're fighting.
Yeah.
I look towards Will. I see his back, and I see Augustine going down there. The vampire is nearly dead, but is begging for its life.
Yep. I realize it'd be more satisfying if I acted that out, but I'm just not feeling that tonight.
That's fair. That's fair.
I will blast a guiding bolt at the vampire. Lillian doesn't say anything at the moment. She is too focused on dealing with many, many problems.
Roll it.
I've got to find it.
Flip it.
11.
Plus.
Plus 8. 19.
That's it.
46.
You want to roll?
He had 1 hit point, didn't he?
Yeah, one
Oh,
hit point.
I rolled 2 on the first one.
Misty blasts fire onto this undead creature. Will hacks in as Augustine comes in and just impales him through the thigh, and the guiding bolt, as it goes off, you hear inexplicably the church bell begin dong, dong, and however many 4d6 gets you times his remaining hit points are destroyed, and that familiar conflagration of flesh begins as the ring begins to fall through his ashenizing flesh. Ding, 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 ding. And you hear a voice from below. Call these too often, we will talk.
I jump through the window, look down at a necromancer and go, murder that fucking asshole. You have meddled with things that are beyond your or anyone's right to do.
You kill me. That army and the others will come, and they will sweep across this land. Alternatively, you can deal with the infestation in your own house. I will withdraw. And when have you cut out the infection from within your own ranks, then we can have a proper war. And I will skin you.
I look to Bashi and I look to the two of them
Easy.
down there, Lizu, and I go, he's your kind dearie. It's not my right to decide what to do with him. He is cornered, but I will abide by your rules. I cannot judge him by things that I worship.
Bashi puts a hand on the quiver, and Nizu just lays a very gentle, enormous paw on her shoulder.
The Wind Rider, was that your accord or the instructions of your master?
And Barroz looks at him and says,
Your kind dishonors the winds, Kitsa. Mine does not.
and you hear a different shriek from outside. And Bashi, her ears sort of prick up, and she looks to the side and looks round to Burrows and sort of like blinks at him a bit in somewhat disbelief, and just motions for him to go. He picks up the ring from the floor, puts it on his finger.
I would have stood on that ring.
Yeah.
I'm going to be needing that.
At this point, Will is kind of in focused berserker mode and is... The axe is shaking in his hand.
Lillian will just say there are thousands of people in this place who do not deserve to die. Let them go. Dearie, now I'll give you a cookie.
It is one man against.
Will takes his foot off the ring.
Casts fly on himself and speeds off across the city. You see, cresting over the dome of the city, no longer crimson, because you can kill a creature made entirely of air, but it's quite difficult to make it stay dead. The Thunderbird made whole once more wheels over the city, and our camera at least sees every undead stop in its tracks, turn around and start to walk away from the city. The Battle of Fort Morgan is won.
And that's not where I'm going to end the session. Because you know exactly what time it is, right?
Yeah, eternal clock.
Yeah. It's about 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn comes
That's not normal for 3 a.m.,
from
right?
the west. As a winged figure crashes up and above Fort Morgan, and you see the golden winged form of Carter Garland appear above the city, and you say, "Soldiers, Fort Morgan! I have come. I am blessed. I have deceived you. I fell in battle, you know this, but you don't know what killed me. I was slain by vampires, and I was raised as one of them. I need you all to know I never gave in. I never hurt a soul. But don't worry, because he looks out as the sunlight appears to all intents and purposes. The light of the dawn appears to be turning the undead away. For I have been blessed by Radiant Eldin herself. And she has brought us victory this day. Praise Eldin, and praise the Silver Triumvirate. That's where I'm going to end the session.
Oh.
I said I was going to make you very cross this session.
I've got so many reasons, though.
I know!
That one you didn't plan, though.
Cool. I
mean, it was very, very tempting to cast fly up to him, and then cast banishment on him when in the middle of that speech.
Yeah.